I will drive over. No.
I'll serve her.
Just- I'm just.
All right. Oof. And I spent all this time cleaning the back of my room.
Definitely, I've never heard of before.
All right, we are officially live. And being live, let's get some background music going. I like this one a lot. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. We're a little bit late tonight. I kind of had to clean up everything back there, and it is all good. We're rolling, and I still forgot like 5 books over there in my shelf that I'll need. But I'll grab them later. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Everything you're going to see is going to be live storytelling. That's the fun part of this system, is that it can go any way you want it to, and you don't have to just roll initiative, move forward, take the attack action, just to do a bonus action to do a thing.
We were having a conversation earlier about shitty DMs.
If you're under the age of 14 and you're watching, stop and talk to your parents. The disclaimer is there. Don't yell at me about stuff. And
Jackal is
if
not
you don't,
responsible for any swear words that your 3-year-old learned.
Jackal is responsible for his own behavior in regards to the rest of his group, though. Everybody does want to have fun. And finally, if you don't know about our setting, it is the world of Ilderon. You can Google search it and learn about the setting. Another little quick announcement for players. A while ago, I set up a t-shirt campaign for Ilderon that I was going to do. I wasn't super happy with the quality of the material, as the design kind of started to fade after some use and wear and tear. I did find a new brand that I like, and I am going through the process of setting that up. So if people are interested, look out for that on the horizon. With that, we are going to jump straight into the recap. Last session started off on the... My notes are a mess. Last session was a cluster bomb of stuff. What does this mean? Okay, last session started off on the 2nd of Artis, I believe. I think we ended on the 1st of Artis. People slept and went into the morning of the 2nd of Artis. And I think we got through all of the day of the 2nd of Artis, right?
I thought that was all still the 1st of Artis.
Oh, okay. Yep. That was the 1st of Artis, and we slept and went to the 2nd of Artis. Okay.
A lot happened.
I take very detailed notes, and I am 100% sure of what this means. Yeah, so the last session started off on the 1st of Artis. The party was dealing with 2 criminals employed by the Ruby Shadow in order to take and assassinate a member of a candidate to be a part of the Magnates Council. The 2 people had been given a poison and told to kill a man by the name of Drogash Tailborn and blame it on another lady by the name of Lady Idez Afira, and they had involved Sergei in their plot, which caused Sergei to have an emotional breakdown. Sergei couldn't decide if he wanted to be a part of the plot or work against it. Fortunately, the party did catch the servant that was dragged into this, who was poisoning Drogash, and they began interrogating her. She told them everything, and everything was misleading information, as the party put together that the 2 the 2 assassins were going to have their memory altered so that they believed that they were hired by Lady Idez if they were ever questioned, or if this ever came to light. And as their Hail Mary plan, the party went to intercept the 2 criminals before they could have their memories altered, and got into a scuffle with them at a sage's library in the southern part of town. while they were trying to apprehend these criminals, Sergei flipped sides, and then...
Flipped another side?
Well, left sides. Yeah. He helped the party, helped the criminals, and then, I guess, kind of hurt the criminals by just abandoning the fight. With that... Yeah, with that, Sergei saved his childhood friend and ran away. As the party was trying to apprehend these criminals, it turned out that the person who was hired to alter their mind was none other than the party's good friend Donna Ganya, who was a lady from the very early parts of the campaign, infamous because she was a diviner at the castle, and she was the mind mage under Rael Kaitrius. I forget his last name. And she handled altering memories and controlling what information was coming in and out of the castle long ago. And she also wiped the mind of a villain in the campaign named Corwin and kidnapped abducted Oro, and altered his memory and basically tore apart Anadelia's or Ariana's family. Tore apart the Bertolf family. The party wanted to kill her long ago, but she fled into the winds before anybody came to the decision. And turning back up, the party was able to apprehend her and drag her to the Magnate's Keep. After a long, ponderous night, Ariana decided not to kill her, and also not to give her a trial, but to simply lock her away and let her rot inside of Storm's Nest. Oro wanted to kill her, but, what can you do when your wife's the Magnate? Other than that, the party was able to sort through the lies and deceptions of the criminals, and you guys were able to solve that plot line. So all of that coming full circle, and what the party discovered. The Ruby Shadow has blackmail on Weston Wrenhill, one of the candidates for the Magnates Council. They want Weston Wrenhill as the elected official so that they can use him to see their agenda progressed or advanced. In order to do that, they were assassinating Drogash, who owes them a hefty debt. Drogash's debt, however, was absolved from the provincial lord, Walter Rinnelpaw, which is why Drogash can walk around as a free man. I say quote-unquote a free man. And they wanted to blame it on Lady Idez, which, if she was accused of assassinating another member, she would be out of the running, and Weston would be the only candidate left. Instead, Drogash has been proven unreliable, as his past record indicates. Weston has withdrawn from the running, and Lady Idez is the only candidate left, which makes her the presumptive nominee. The party foiled the assassins. Valentina and Sergei fled into the wind, and Ariana said she is going to put a bounty on Sergei's head, and they will have a happily ever after for as long as they can stay away from the Magnates Knights and the Ruby Shadow, which is a really hard thing to do inside of Ardor Serai. I think the party went to bed as everybody was broken, bruised, and beat up. And we are going to start on the 2nd of Artis. And it is the 2nd of Artis. You guys are in the country of Ardor Serai. I will throw it to the party in one last second. The last little thing I'm doing is... Oh god, please don't. Please don't. Okay, thank you. The last... No, I have a narration program on my thing, and I accidentally clicked for it to narrate my notes, and it was like loading, and I was like, please don't do this to me.
And I made the plan for everything today.
Last thing I'll do is give you guys little one-sentence reminders of the quests you have ongoing. Your ongoing quests: remove the death mist, craft the dissolve planar tether spell, acquire the materials for dissolve planar tether. You need a creation circle, an empowered earth fire flame, Bridgestone, also referred to as Kufulafer. In order to get Bridgestone, you guys went to open Ariana's vault. Ariana told you she sold it to a man named Zeke inside of Somar Villa. You also need a Season Stone. It is, well, I'm just going to say Season Stone is supposed to be quick. Moving on to your next quest, you guys have Find Oswandria's Real Body. Anderson has his personal quest, Find a Cure for Millis. Claw's personal quest, Find a Cure for Lycanthropes Born with the Curse. And a subquest for Claw to convince the druids to help the plants in the world. Stradora cleanse Stormbreak. Best Quo wants the notes on Ossie's birth. And you guys did solve the questline with Valentina trying to poison Drogash. With that, it is the 2nd of Ardor. We are... Second of Ardor. 2nd of Artis. Everybody's in Ardor Serai. You guys are staying in the Palace District inside of Zenith Rise. I think I split you guys up between 2 rooms. Everybody is waking up. You guys are Sergei-less. What would you like to do?
I will have breakfast.
Okay.
I will also have breakfast.
I will have fast break.
I tried to say it backward. I will sleep in because I actually got hit pretty hard.
I am crawling out. Like not crawling, but just like.
Oh yeah,
Normal speed,
Claw
going,
almost
like-
died last session.
Like,
Yeah.
moving at normal speed, but like,
Like everything's aching
all the time.
kinda. Yeah, like the everything's aching movement.
I laughed when Brandon said you guys we were broken and busted. I'm like, man, that's fine.
Hey, like, I had a nice dinner.
No, Claw was. I think Claw was making death saving throws and
Oh
was.
yeah, you
the
were.
only-
You were.
Side note, I don't think I've damaged Kenneth in a fight since the cliffside when you elected not to use your evasion when you got hit by Fireball. I think that might be the last instance of damage I did to Kenneth. Because he didn't
No,
participate
I didn't think he
in
elected to. I didn't think he had a choice or wasn't able to.
Oh, evasion's a choice. I'm like...
what
I
I
forgot what it was.
I just know you got hit by a fireball.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I mean, evasion is only a choice if you just choose not to dodge it.
But no, I love it, right? Because like Anderson's like in bed being like, oh please, I just need another hour. Claw's all like, oh fucking kill me. And then Kenneth's like, you can tell by the way I walk.
I want to point out,
No,
Mango,
my God.
Mango is completely fine. Is just as fine as Kenneth, actually.
Kenneth was over there doing his best Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 3.
I hate it.
Flying around me doing
Oh
the dance.
my
too.
god.
Nomus is having a great day.
Alright.
You know, oh god, I need to remember I have this. I have a thing that lets me teleport and turn invisible after I take a hit.
You should remember that's a thing. But also,
Doing alright, Claw?
yeah, just A, my head hurts, and B, I woke up with a nosebleed. I know I was half afraid. It stopped now, but
How's Mango?
Mango, as you asked that, Mango pops out of the hood and just kind of does a little tongue click at you, just with a sneaky grin. He is perfectly fine, as far as I can tell, and same with the Dorisagar. Apparently the Dorisagar doesn't take damage while it's inside of a creature.
That's good.
Yeah. Although, the fact that Mango, she is, from my understanding, the magic that I used, she is perfectly fine, but remembers every time she dies, which is part of the reason why whenever I have to reincarnate her when Stormbreak takes over Stradora, is why she bites me. Apparently the ritual gave her more, I don't want to say sentience, but more
Sass.
personality. She's more coherent and actually doesn't just hiss at herself and try to bite herself when she looks in the mirror, unlike other snakes.
She's a
You
smart
realize-
girl, isn't she? Gonna go and pet her.
Yeah. Mango will slither up onto you and basically just kill on you now.
That's a good girl.
Yeah. Glad to see that she's doing well, though. And I couldn't tell. Was she at least useful while I was trying to unscramble my brains?
We'd probably all be dead without her.
That's reassuring to know.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Shadora.
What up?
So we have to get to Silmar Villa, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we head out, how long is that supposed to take again? Like a day?
Like 8 hours?
About a half a day.
Yeah, I got a full day's travel, basically. All right. I'm gonna go visit my family. Change out of these, well, what's now raggedy, Alumagian clothes. Pick up some armor.
Picking up some armor might not be a bad idea, although looks at pockets. I don't know if I have enough for better armor.
Well,
Hold.
Graciously
magnate
asked the
did?
magnate who offered us, use of like her armory because we're, wonderful Ardorian citizens.
That's partially where I was gonna do it. See what they have available in their armory.
We should probably all go together though, just you don't have to use the kindness.
Unless his
Yeah.
head pops up, like, would they have spell components?
Possibly. I doubt it, but possibly.
It is artist.
If you're lucky, maybe Reina might have some spell components, and I can take you to her.
Oh, Nelmus knows how to find Reyna.
Yeah.
Should we go wake up Anderson?
Yeah, probably at some point. We're gonna-
Probably.
That's an alarmingly realistic scenario.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, we're probably gonna have to drag a large Ardorian out of somebody's bed. But after we talk to Nemiser, we can go get Anderson.
I can wake him.
Oh, I forgot about the Micer. Yeah, we don't want to leave her here. I don't want to leave her here. I like the magnate.
Well, I mean, the magnate doesn't want her here.
That's the reason why I don't want to leave her here. I like the magnate.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this? You're gonna go talk to your family, and then we're gonna go to the armory, and then, should we come with you to see your family? How private is that? I only ask because the last time I let you go somewhere without me, 2 criminals and a mind mage almost killed you.
I got a lot of phlegm from that, like, fake snore. Oh.
Not too private. I'm just gonna go check on them. Like I haven't seen them since Aussie's birthday. I saw my mom not too long after, but you know what I mean.
I get it.
Is that what you're saying,
so-
Nemesis?
Intruding might not be a bad idea. 1, you get bodyguards. 2, isn't your mom basically on a cultural council?
Yeah, she is.
Nomus
Yes.
would probably love to learn about Ardorian culture.
Yes.
That is actually true. Your mom is probably one of the best people for Nomus to meet.
I'd also like to know the names of his family so I can add it to his meeting.
Sure.
Alright. So, order, I guess, armory, family, and then spell components from Reina, or Reina family?
Well, probably family for last since that'll be out of the castle.
Well, we have to drag Nemiser with us at some point.
Okay, maybe not. I don't want her near.
Yeah, no,
My
that's
house
kind of
at
what I
all.
was kind of
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
at. Is I
yeah. You're
figured
right.
that was,
You're right. You're right.
and we'd have to come back here to get her. So we could probably get the armor and stuff afterwards, and then just leave from here to Somar.
All right, that
works.
sounds like a good. Yeah, that sounds like a better idea. All right, let's let let's let the sleepy barbarian go ahead and rest while we meet Kenneth's family, and then we can wake him up to get materials, so that way he doesn't
Take
feel left out.
barbarian with you.
The barbarian should be here if he wants to be included.
Oh, hey guys, I just woke up. Not metagaming.
Like, no, I'm acting as in character. He had a rough day. Claw doesn't know on how much he can mentally handle, just on how much he can physically handle.
Oh, good. I was going to dump water on your head.
Oh. Why?
To
Wake you
It's
up.
like it's a really mean thing to do.
All right,
I
let's
didn't
go
think
ahead
you'd
and
do that.
All right, let's go check up on your family.
I
Family.
always wake up to
Lead the way.
water.
Well, yeah, but you live underwater.
It is not my problem you don't live underwater.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, she's right.
Okay. So you guys are going to go go and try and find Kenneth's family?
Yes.
Alrighty. It is the early morning. As you guys get up, you go about, getting ready, having, breakfast. Presumably the councils would be starting to meet for their administrative work at the different, league buildings. Your mother is a part of the League of Tradition. And I believe there's only one of these places that doesn't have their building inside of the Palace District. So I'm just... give me 1 second to double check my notes, make sure I'm not filling you guys with any lies. Okay, yeah, so, this is in a section, this is going to be in a section of town known as Arigard. It is directly east of Zenith Rise. You guys can make your way, out of, I believe, the Watergate and, into the city. Walking through the courtyards of the, or not the courtyards, the town squares of the rising buildings of the Chantry of Concordance and Discipline in the middle of the city, I do feel obligated to tell Insomni one thing that was on Nomus's mind that might spark back to it. She did just miss Umiya preaching yesterday. Okay, yeah, there is a small chance she's still in town, but her chantry is not inside the city. Otherwise, you guys are able to walk to the office of the League of Tradition. As far as people congregating here, you guys would probably be getting here pretty early as families are pulling up. I'll roll you a percentage die of... how lucky you guys are to find the people you want. There are various carriages pulling through the mist today. I believe I told you guys the visibility today was about 70 feet in the mist. The building will fog into view. You all are able to walk up the steps of it, and I need to check for one last thing. I'm sorry, there are a lot of NPCs in Ardor. I had to roll like 500 dice to see who's doing what where.
Roll the dice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You guys are going to be able to walk up the stairs and into the building. The different people are convening here for their meetings. For Kenneth, how about you can either describe your mom to the group and let Claw sniff her out, or you can give me a perception check. Within this auditorium.
Okay. Could I do both? Like describe her to
Yeah,
Claw
go
and
for
then
it.
try to take it myself. All right. All right. Well, Claw should remember. He's seen her once.
Oh yeah, Claw, you have seen her. All right, stepping inside this building, you guys do get better visibility. There are groups of people arranged talking to one another. Kenneth, you
Did it cut out for anybody else, or?
no.
cut out.
I'm setting DCs in my head. So Claw, you are going to be able to notice. You're going to be able to notice Lady Albera standing with a
Alborea.
or Alberea, I'm sorry. Alberea standing with a large group of people. You notice them in. They have a variety of different sigils and different houses and family colors marking this group that she's standing with. She doesn't innately notice the party. However, thing of interest that does catch your attention in this crowd of people, you are going to notice two members of the Afira family, snakes and all, coming from their head, pulled into a ponytail.
Well, I was gonna give a slight smile and just, hey, your mom's over there next to the Alfiras.
Good eye. Let's go say hello.
All right. Approaching them, she's going to. Let's see. You guys interrupt important business. You guys are going to. You guys are going to walk up to her as she's mid-conversation and saying, "Really, this is just a pageantry of a vote we're being assembled for here today. They're more logistical matters that concern the country that I'd be very interested in getting answers to, and I've got a fire ceremony that I need to get to." She's going to turn, seeing Kenneth approach, and Kenneth, as you step into the circle, you are also going to notice next to your mom is your younger sister. Claudia is here with her hands behind her back. She's going to. Your mom and your sister are going to. Their expression's going to go to a smile and then fade a little bit as you approach. She's going to speak up and say, "Oh, well, it is nice that you're back in town. I didn't expect you so soon." Kenneth?
Yeah.
She bows. Or not bows, but nods.
Mom, good to see you. Claudia, nice to see you too. It's been a while, hasn't it? A few weeks.
She's going to nod and say, "Yeah, miss, I'm sorry you've had to come back home in this state. How have your travels been?"
They've been good. Quite a few things have happened. Yeah. I can't say much. Sort of a, I don't want to say a non-disclosure agreement, but just to keep the princess's whereabouts safe.
She's going to nod and, oh my god, don't play, please and thank you.
The auto.
Yeah. She's going to nod at that and say, are you here to help arrange the fire ceremony?
No, I'm here on some other matters. I just came to see how you guys are doing since this whole mist situation.
She's going to put her hand over her mouth, and she'll look at your mother, and she's going to say, "Oh, you didn't get my letter, did you?"
No.
There's no easy way to there's no easy way to say this, but my oath sworn, we woke up that night, we had to flee the house. He was consumed by these mists. Claudia's going to nod and say, Kenneth, Dad's dead.
Hey, I didn't expect that. Oh,
Like, you mean he's just? Don't you mean they don't outright kill you? They're anchors. He should still be in like comatose, right?
She's Lady or Councilwoman Alberera. Blah, I'm never gonna pronounce. Alicia. Alicia, there we go. I'm just gonna go with Alicia. Let me put that on my notes. She's going to say, Rufus was drained of all life when we when we woke up. He screamed in the night, and there was nothing we could do for him. There were figures of mist. I sent a letter to the headmistress to tell you, but I didn't expect to see you back in the country so soon.
Might have just missed it. He's gonna go up and hug his mom.
She's going to accept the affection. For a moment, her composure dropping, hugging you and embracing you, and she's going to say, I'm handling the arrangements for a ceremony. When we have the details done and a sage commissioned, I'll let you know what the specifics will be.
Please.
One of the people in this group who I actually don't have a portrait for is going to step forward and place a hand towards Kenneth and say, my name is Rael. I'm the council. I'm the administrator of the magic, or the vice administrator of the Magic Council. We're looking into this matter, and it's terribly unfortunate. Your father was targeted There have been a few other individuals targeted across Arter Sarai, afflicted by this. Their bodies aren't exactly able to be moved. We're working closely with your family, though, and when we have a solution, we hope that his memory can be honored.
This is one of the things I didn't want to talk about, but since it's right to me personally, I was hoping it didn't. I can share a lot of information of what we know, what we've encountered as well. We encountered we ran into two people. One of them was one of our companions at the time, who were also attacked by some shadowy figures. We directly intervened with them and had to fight them. And we got her away. But the next day, there was some shadowy trail still on her. She should have been brought here, at least to Zenith Rise, for study.
Rael's going to speak up and say, yes, it's unfortunate, but my pupil and I have had a bit of falling out. You're aware of the current head diviner of the country?
Yes.
She doesn't involve me in as many things as I'd like.
She's sparing you from Lamilia.
He's going to bow and say, I will, however, Councilwoman, let you catch up with your family. Let's talk more on your husband's condition in the future. She's going to nod, and Rael's going to step away. He'll nod at the party.
Paul will kind of wave, just like, wish I could see you again at a better time, Rael.
And he's gonna look at you and say, is that young Lord Asterai? I haven't seen you in years! He'll shake your hand and let's say yes, under better circumstances in the future. Till then.
Till then.
Right. I believe introductions are also in order, Mom. Sorry, what were you going to say, Brandon?
Some of the people in your mother's group, they're going to speak up and say, Councilwoman, we didn't know you were dealing with something of this magnitude. We can reschedule or handle, and she's going to wave her hand and say, no, this is a historic moment for our country, and I'd like to be a part of it. She gestures for you to go on.
Sorry. I believe introductions are in order. Mom, you've met some of them, but this is also for Claudia as well. These are my companions. Serdora Drake Calendir. Claw Esterai. Anderson Rayleigh. And the newest addition to our retinue, group, party, however you want to call it, is, or Yondar, is Nomis. I'm just going to say Nomis because the rest of her name was extremely difficult to say.
Hello, my name is Noma Singala Moribasaka.
She's going to adjust her glasses and say, welcome to our country. Will you be staying for some time?
We'll be...
No,
here.
we're leaving.
Well, we'll be leaving... We'll be leaving... Yeah. We'll be leaving the capital by the end of the day. We'll be going to Somar Villa to take care of some business, and we may be leaving the country after.
She's gonna nod, looking and turning her gaze to Stradora. She'll point to Stormbreak on Stradora's back, and then on her waist, and say, "Those are new."
Yeah.
I see you're bringing tradition and spitting in it, in the face of it.
Why? Because I have 2 swords? Like,
She's gonna bite her lip and say, "Well, to wear an oath blade is the Ardorian way. To carry the sword that was used to try and kill our god. There are those versed in Ardorian history and lore that might not take kindly to seeing such a weapon being lauded about, especially when the Ascended are in the city."
Would it help
well,
if we got permission from the Ascendant that it was used to kill, to use it?
well, they're Ardorian, so they can fight. They can challenge my honor if they want. Stormbreak is mine by birth.
She's gonna nod and say, "Well, who's the lucky sworn?"
I'm not at liberty to say.
It is. Yeah, if she won't say it, then I will not say it as well. I apologize.
She's gonna shake her head and say, "It is, simply a matter of professional interest. If you require citizenship for our country, Princess, please seek me out. I can be your representative in such matters."
Speaking of tradition,
I just,
sorry.
I
Go ahead.
do want to like mental links to Dora and just ask, why are we being so secret that your girlfriend's a princess?
Why would I tell them?
I don't know. Why wouldn't you tell them? Like, does it matter?
Maybe.
Drop it.
Speaking of traditions, Nomis is also interested in learning about the traditions of our country as well. Is there anything she should be looking for in terms of maybe a book or something that can help her?
Kenneth, I do not know how to read.
We'll read to you.
Actually, I actually have a book back at my village that I have that can help you with that, Nomus. Or
Like, there's magic for that.
Councilwoman, or rather, she's going to. I will roll a percentage die if she has anything on hand. She does not, and I'll do the same for Claudia. And I will do some for the people standing around, because it is your lucky day, and they are. One of the Irikan are going to step forward, and they're going to. She's going to say, "This vote is for the is pertaining to the Four Ascended. This book discusses their brief, or rather their extensive history in Ilderon. She'll hand you a book. I have the exact name of it. You just got to give me a second, but you can add book about the Four Ascended in your inventory. I believe it's called 1,000 Years of Reflection. A Century's Reflection.
plus.
Oh, thank you. The Four Ascended are Umia and the other ones from the land?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Irikan's going to speak up and say, "Galeong, Lord of the Skies, or Ascendant of the Skies and Storms, Veilrear, the Shaper of Kingdoms, Umiya, the Ascendant of the Seas, and Soyessa, the Ascendant of Flames.
Umiya is not only the Ascendant of the Seas, she's the Ascendant of the Merai, my people.
And
Is-
Nox will slide the book into her bag of holding.
Thank you.
The Irakin raises her finger, opens her mouth, and then closes it. The councilwoman's going to speak up and say, your people know of Umiya? I mean, of course, she's the Ascendant of the seas and water, but you worship her?
Who else are we meant to worship?
She's going to shake her head and say, no, this is curious. Just news.
The other three have no concern to us, but Umiya is of us.
When you
She
think
guides
about
our
it,
people and directs our currents.
when you think about it, I mean, honestly, it makes sense.
She taught us to speak Surface, so I can converse with you now.
Claudia is going to speak up and say, I go to some of Umiya's teachings, but her dealings and what she does on in Ilderon, her ways are beyond the knowing of her chantry and her people. I didn't know she dealt with the Merai. I mean, well, I just learned what the Merai were a few years ago myself.
You say that she is beyond her people's knowing, but you seem to understand. You are not her people. You are one of them, and we are the other. I know very little of what she does here, but I know what she does in my home.
The councilwoman is going to say, I think we have a lot to learn from each other. Should you have any questions about our traditions or our ways, you can seek me or my family.
Thank you. And what's your name again?
I just showed it to you. Councilwoman Alicia Albert.
I'll do it. I'll do it as King. I'm sorry. I actually forgot the introductions. I should have done the reverse for all of you, especially for Nomis. This is my mother, Alicia Alberea, and this is my sister, Claudia Alberea.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ha! I've got the pronunciation guide written down now on your sheet. I don't know why my brain can't put together those syllables. Alicia and Claudia are going to both nod at you, Nomis. And I will roll one more check. Alright, at that, the councilwoman is going to say, we're going to commission my husband's body to the flames. A proper Ardorian pyre. As Sarai, Walkers of the Fire, once did long ago. If you want to come to the ceremony when it's arranged, she'll nod to Nomis and say, I'll make sure and have you a personal invite sent with Kenneth.
Thank you. I would appreciate that.
Well, we don't want to keep you guys too long. Stay safe out there, both of you.
She's going to nod and say, this is just a simple vote, more so procedure than anything, but thank you. Again, I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
No, it's fine. That's
All it
fine.
beats a letter delivered by Raina.
Mm-hmm. Claudia is going to step forward and hug Kenneth, and she's going to say, I love you, and I hope we see each other sooner.
Hug her back. Love you too, sis. You take care too.
At which point, the councilwoman's going to start focusing back on her group and say, now, as I was saying, we were discussing the possibilities of alliances beyond this matter. And they are going to go back to chattering with one another.
My condolences, Kenneth. As I would assume we start to leave.
Yeah, I was gonna leave. I'm gonna murder those fucking daughters again, do I?
Welcome to the club.
I don't care if they have Aussie's body. That'll probably go away soon, but just so you know.
That's part of what I was concerned about and why I didn't fall asleep last night, or the night when it happened. Nothing happened to my sister, but that doesn't mean nothing happened to my family. I know my dad's okay. I know my sister's okay. I don't know about my mother.
Mom's keeping busy with work so that she doesn't have to let it sit in, but
Where she get off thinking I want to be a citizen of order?
you can murder people without filing reports.
I would say you can pretty.
Yeah, but is that a
easily get away
benefit
with
of
murder there.
citizenship or a benefit of your borders?
They're a lot more lenient with citizens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. I convinced her to give me an open pass to spam her with sendings with questions without having to make a single roll.
You did.
I think that was just improv, but I was planning that. I dropped just the right information to get them interested because I wanted permission to ask them things. She's on my list of sendings now.
Okay.
It is.
I have unleashed
Oh.
the monster among my family.
Just like 6 a.m. Like it's like the crack of dawn. It's like 4:30 in the morning. Excuse me, I was wondering. I heard this thing about fine dining. What do you mean by fine? And what makes it fine versus a regular dining? Also, what's dining?
Okay.
Dying sounds a lot like dying. Are they related?
All right. So, do you guys want to poke around the League of Tradition, or is there someplace you guys want to go, or something you want to do?
I think the armories were armory/slash Reina's location to get Noma some spell stuff. The armory for everybody else to kind of see
Do
what.
you want to go to the Chantry of Unity?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to go to Chantry, see if Umiya's there, and tell him, hey, one of your other, children are here?
Oh, do you
Yeah.
think Gale Song's at the Chantry of
Didn't
Concordance?
she come to my city? I think we established that.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've seen her. You
Why
haven't met
didn't
her
I
in
just send
person.
her a sending?
Huh?
Why didn't I send Umia a sending?
You can pray to her.
Wait, I can pray to Umia. We don't have to go talk to her. It's fine. I already know
Yeah,
my
but you
family's
can-
safe. It's whatever.
Yeah, you can go to her face and pray to her. Just so she'll be confused of why you're praying to me when I'm right here.
That would be funny. I would
be
rather
funny.
use spell components. I want to see how much I can extort this nation.
I wonder where Gale's.
That's out of character.
Well, you could.
Probably in hiding with Reina.
Darn. I want to spook him.
Probably in hiding, but nearby Reina.
He'll like,
That's-
Ooh, I have storm break, and then leave. Gotta keep him on
alright.
his toes.
So. Alright. Alright,
Back to
so-
the castle.
Back to the castle. Let's get those components for Nomus. Get some armor. Get what's her name out of there and ride down and see how Claw's family's doing.
Well,
We gotta go see that guy about his sickle. Remember?
We need to go
Yeah.
talk to the people in Somar Villa, and then we can talk to my family.
Oh, I
Who
thought
knows?
it was.
Maybe my
I thought your
my
family
fam-
was after somewhere. Okay, that's fine. All right, I didn't
no,
know.
we're outside of Somar Villa. We're in what as we're walking talking. We're in a location that is considered by most people in Ardor abandoned.
Isn't it like the same thing too? It's like a day's travel to get to Somar, and it'd be another day's travel to get to your place. So it's like
Not an
and
exact,
and
not
like
exactly.
we have to
but-
pass through Somar to get there. It's like it's not like, oh, we could do it in like a triangle. We just pick which side to start with. It's like
No,
Nope.
you're half right. It is a straight path, but to get to my village, I would say it's not another day's travel. It's about another, I would say maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, it's an afternoon walk from
oh, that's not bad.
Somar Villa to Milmar.
No, if we had really fast horses, we could maybe go there today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
do you think the magnate will give us horses or a carriage?
We can ask.
Wait a minute. I could game the system and prepare my spells real quick and have fine steed.
You could, because you would have prepared those spells
I could
earlier
ride
today.
a glitter horse of golden light.
That,
So
or you could ride a giant, or another creature that's not a horse. That
Could
the
we-
deep allows.
get a carriage or a cart and then have your horse pull us.
Somar Villa is a full day's travel. It's 12 hours on foot, 8 hours casually on horseback.
Okay, but how far is that?
Let me pull up the map and get you the exact distance.
I'm curious how
Yep.
far I can dimension door before I ring that spell slots.
You can dimension 400 feet,
500.
500 feet.
Yeah, so. How far away? How far could I get?
Not to Somar Villa.
Well, no, but how far could I get?
You know, a mile is 5,560 something feet, right?
Yeah. I want to know how far I get.
All right. You guys can keep talking. I have to measure this before I can give an answer.
To answer your question, Kenneth, I guess. I mean, I don't know if one horse can really efficiently pull a carriage, but
Well, I mean,
It's
I said
actually
maybe like just a cart or something, right? That way we're not like buying or renting a full ass carriage. We can just.
yeah. But I'm just saying, basically, if one steed can accomplish that, then yes. But because I just want to establish, I can't summon a stable of horses.
Yeah. Yeah, at most, we could like rent one horse, you summon one, and then get like a cheap cart or something, and have the two horses pull the cart.
You'd only have to feed one horse.
Yeah, I mean, I have to feed one of them too.
Oh god, I am not looking for it. When I go back to my village, be prepared for a lot of actual wolves.
It seems so inconvenient that you cannot simply get on the road and have it carry you to your destination.
It is inconvenient.
It is.
Are the air currents not strong enough to take you places?
No.
No, they're
No.
not.
No.
No.
Unfortunately,
Sadly,
the air doesn't let you like float like it would
Yeah,
underwater.
We're not buoyant enough.
All right.
Also, the air currents are actually higher above us. So then for
I
the
just
ones that could actually push us are higher.
I just did the math for you. From the center of the city to Somar Villa, it is 47 miles. You can get there in just over 13 hours walking. And for horseback riding, it is a little over, or well over 6 hours of riding on horseback.
14 miles?
47 miles.
47. My bad.
47 miles. When you get
make
to
it
the
there.
southern part of the city, you can see it in the horizon in the far distance, but it's not just simply bada bing, bada boom.
Right. Lon would have actually know this pretty well because he would travel this probably the most often of the party.
Yeah.
Take 496 dimension doors.
Yeah, you
I
don't
got
have
this.
496
I got this, I can do
spell
it.
slots. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It is a day's travel from the capital. Any way you shake it.
Yeah. Like we would be getting there at nightfall, or by moon, or by sunrise, or by moonrise, depending on when we start. So
Yeah, you can. You guys can hustle and sprint, and you guys will take a level of exhaustion, and I can double your movement speed and calculate it at that if you guys want. Or you can ride horses, which will quicken the speed they're able to ride as far as and whip them into a sprint, which quicken the speed you're able to travel, but they can't travel there and back without.
run all the way.
Yeah.
right. So, but yeah, no, but you're right, Shador. It is a straight line. It's not a triangle. There might be a little bit of a bend in the line, but not. It's still my village closer than my village.
Yeah, that's more my point.
With that being stated, I guess we could probably stay at Summer Village, try to get the sickle there. We might even run into my dad. Or my mom if she's... My dad's usually the one that's more so doing the thing, and my mom's more a social fighter, so...
You know, we have a magical babysitter. Nemeiser could probably teleport us there.
That's true.
I don't trust her.
I don't either. I just thought I'd put it down as a suggestion.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a
How
good
long have I been
suggestion.
muted?
I haven't heard you since you sent sendings to, or you telepathic linked Stradora.
Yep. Okay, I was saying things, and I only just now realized.
Okay.
Anderson was saying them to himself.
Pretty much, I'm having this inner monologue. It's like,
I meant to link with myself.
I'm a very
geez,
good listener.
Alright.
Oh, also, I bap you in the head.
Oh. Why?
You know what you
I really don't.
I feel, as a player, I know. As a character, I have an inkling. But no. Alright, so should we get your spell components first, Nomus, or should we get our armor first?
It's up to you. I don't know where either of them are.
I'd say we go to the armory first. You boys are gonna need protection from the spicy flirting that's gonna go on when we see Reyna.
That's fair. That's fair. Alright.
I'm tired to think of bad flirts. Send me bad flirts, guys. I need material.
All right, so you guys are going to the armory inside of the keep, or inside of Zenith Rise. Let's see. I'm gonna roll how well stocked this place is. And I think what I'll do is I will roll 6d12. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. I'm going to stock this place with. I'm going to stock this place with 45 loot points worth of stuff in here. They just probably got some shipments from merchants. Other soldiers have had their pick of things. Other knights have had their picks of things. Some things have been sold or traded with different merchants. But for the most part, there is enough stuff here to go around. Oh, so here is how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give everybody in the party 5 loot points, in addition to whatever you have in the group. If you guys, as a party, exceed 45 loot points of spending here, the armory is going to essentially have to put out contracts to acquire more stuff to bring in.
Just
Okay.
put the
Thank you. I was going to do that as well, but you beat me to it. Boy.
I'm getting a +1 armor.
Oh! Sunrise.
Yes.
Specifically for you,
Am I getting a librarian?
yes. I'm going to say 5 loot points, and you'll lose Nomus's ability to do her racial, not the things listed in the book, but remember how we said you can temporarily animate and imbue things like Mirai do?
I forgot I had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna lose her ability to do that, and she can have a animated companion of your choice that sorts her bag of holding.
So wait, so I spend 5
So you just want to give her a homunculus then?
Yes.
Cool.
You know what? I'll take 4. I'll take 4 for it.
Alright, so I have 8. Yes.
No, this is something she was talking to me about before.
I've wanted this for a few weeks. Oh shoot, so now I gotta think of what to animate. Oh, okay.
Do you want me to give you ideas?
Yes.
I was thinking along the lines of an awakened shrub. So it could be some sort of sentient seaweed or sentient sea floral thing. But I didn't want to put an awakened creature in your bag because it would die.
Yeah, no, I never intended it to be a creature.
I'm sorry. Okay. Is everybody picking out stuff that they want from the armory?
Looking at it right now.
There's nothing I really want for Anderson.
I'm getting a +1 magic armor, studded leather.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at that, or
Are you sure you don't want anything fire resistant? If I may make a suggestion.
Right, you're really quiet. What?
he was making a suggestion of something that's fire resistant.
Yes, thank
Let me just check my resistances. Still everything?
Yo, Kenneth.
Where is the +1 armor?
Oh, it's in the 10 points.
Oh, I feel derpy. I didn't have that. I just didn't need to scroll over.
Wow, I don't have enough loot points for the +10 for the +1 leather studded leather, but I could probably do a combination of maybe rare material armor of maybe sea steel. Studded
Okay.
leather sea steel. Or
This one.
Okay.
It's coral, but soft, so it wiggles. And she's coral reef themed.
All right. I will rely on you to describe it. Otherwise, I'll try my best to remember.
Okay. I'll save it.
All right. So we have Kenneth getting armor. Is that all you guys want to pick up here?
Claw will pick up sea steel armor.
Okay.
Sea steel studded leather, if that's a thing. No.
Yeah. The studs will be made out of sea steel. Very.
Very rare, incidentally. That's 6 points. Just
Yeah.
To be clear.
Yep, I know. I have enough points for that, and I actually have. It's actually 7 points for the rare material armor. Very rare material armor.
Oh, sorry, I read the weapon.
Yep.
Okay. Does anybody else want anything?
If something gets infused, it loses like the plus bonus.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And you gain a magical effect instead.
Yep. So that's why Claw has has his mind-breaking bow. It has the enchantment. Infusion of. I want to say. Pain rendering. It's pain rendering.
I'll hold off for now.
Okay.
Be it for me.
For the people holding onto the loot points they got, you can say, you're grabbing like a sigil of the magnate or like some noble signet or something that's worth value to be traded later.
I assumed I wasn't getting those since I'm getting my plant thing.
No, the plant thing's coming out of your base character's loot points. You had 8 loot points set on your character sheet originally.
So I lose 4 and then I gain
Yeah, and then you
5.
gain 5.
Oh, sweet.
And then you can pick out what you want from
This was a net
place.
positive.
It was.
I'm having a great
So
day.
Claw actually moves now faster in sea than he does on land.
Okay.
Sick.
I don't suppose I could take
What's
a
a sea dart?
relic thing.
What's a sea dart? It's a specialized, I guess I should have bolded that one as they probably... I'll roll your percentage die if they have it. If they have it, then I'll answer what it is. I'm going to say Arter's got rivers. People travel up and down the rivers. It's a decent chance it's here. I'm going to put it at 1 through 68. They have it. Above 68, they do not. They do not have it. Don't worry about it.
Little jet thing?
Okay.
It's basically a motorized surfboard.
Cool.
Okay, I'm good.
They do have them in town. The magnate just would not have need for it
I don't
inside
think
her
I need
armory.
one, so. I can breathe water. Why would I need to be on top?
Well, they're fast. They're very fast.
True.
Okay, so everybody happy with your purchases from the armory? Is there any other thing you guys want to do before you grab Nemeister and head to Somar Villa?
You got your materials.
Do we want to go see about spell?
Yeah.
Actually,
Those
1
loot
second,
points
Brandon.
will be enough for me to exchange for most of what I need.
Okay.
Either through
Okay.
gold or the actual items.
What's up, Ruben?
Looking at something really quick, sorry.
Okay.
Since I was recommended fire resistance, and I'm worried why. But
He's an artillerist. One of the options is flamethrower. So basically, he's warning you that he's probably not going to aim it well.
You don't need to aim it. It's
Also, he has fireball.
yeah.
I can always do the dex to roll out, dodge out of that.
I just imagine you getting caught in his fireball, and it's just like, oh, it's a shame that we're already down another party member. And you just snap his neck.
mention of it.
Okay, no, I'll hold off. Sorry.
Just appears
Okay.
behind him like a shadow, and you're just like, oh, I have. It's like, oh,
If I get an
Sorry.
infusion or redone material or something, that can be done, right? Like a material on it can be redone later.
Yes,
with
yes.
point? Okay.
Items can be upgraded with the new and improved loot table.
Okay, I wanted
Yeah.
to be sure. Yeah, I'll hold off for now. I'll wait and see what happens.
Maybe we want a slave
Oh,
color and a
don't tell me
contract.
Conclusions for you.
Just note that on the list.
So I had mentioned the seed art. Same thing with that. That one is bold. The seed art I am bolding right now. If it's bold, while it's widely available in most areas of the world, it is not available everywhere like most things in the loot table are. The magnate does not have a slave contract and slave collars sitting around in her.
I didn't actually want it. I just noticed that was
Okay.
an option.
Yeah, just making sure you guys know. And same thing with the Darkened Vale Mountain and Saddle. That is not inside.
I have a nightmare mount.
All right.
Well, we're talking to the wrong
Come to-
person anyway. We have to go talk to Anatelia.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
available
we
in
have to
Ardor,
go to-
not inside
we
of
have
the
to go-
magnates. Yeah.
I was actually have tempted to pick the dark
Hey,
and pale
Anatelia,
milk.
can I have
Can't
a
lie.
terror bear?
Auntie Anadelia, can I get a terror wolf? I know my dad breeds dire wolves, but I want a terrifying wolf.
But I want a scary one.
So, you guys don't have to talk to Reyna. Was that the decision?
Yeah, we're getting a micer.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Nemicer, what is she doing at this hour?
I think the answer is who.
No. Going and knocking on Nemicer's door. Knocking once, waiting, knocking twice, waiting, knocking a third time. Finally, you're going to hear footsteps. A very tired tiefling's going to open the door, and she's going to look at you guys, her yellow glowing eyes. She is dressed. Her robes are hanging off her. Her hair is not made yet, and she's going to say, "What? You guys ready to go already? Can we wait till the afternoon?"
It is the afternoon.
One. It's going to be a lot later in the evening with, by the time we go to Stomar Villa, which we need to go now.
It's like a mid-morning or late morning, and Nemicer is going to kind of come to and say, "Oh, all right. Oh, they've got a great place there. The Woolgreaf on the north side of town. You ever stayed there before?"
Can't say that I have.
Oh, lovely. You'll love it. Adventurers come in and out of it all the time. We teleporting?
Yeah.
We can, or we can. Yeah, we can
You
teleport.
know, surprisingly, I feel a lot more confident after she talked about a tavern where she probably got laid a bunch.
Are you saying
yeah,
that out
I
loud?
mean, she knows the location.
I mean,
Does Fedora say
I
that
just-
out loud?
No.
Oh.
you know,
Yeah.
if you feel confident in your ability once you're awake enough to, why not?
She's going to nod and say, "Oh, come on, let me just grab my spell book and my bag and my staff, and I'll be ready. Better to get out of here earlier than have to break hearts leaving later. Good on you, kids."
We
Nemicer
do.
is going to take a moment, and she is going to teleport, or rather grab her bag, grab her spellbook and all of her belongings, look over the spell, begin casting it. She'll ready it and hold her hands out for everybody. Oh my goodness. I just rolled her teleportation check just preemptively while I wait for you guys to make your decision. That is 100.
So we're fucked.
No, I think that's
They
great.
just in a room where she fucked people.
Yeah, I think that's like exactly
favorite.
on point.
Her usual room.
right, smack dab in the middle of it.
Yeah, on 100 is on target on every option.
Alright.
We all join hands.
Okay.
I
And
have my tiefling charming girlfriend with me, so I don't have to worry about any. Thank you.
That's true.
all
I
right.
think she could make her like not slutty by telling her to like be pious or something.
Yes.
So,
Act-
we are going to real quick switch perspectives. Sergey, you're
Not Sergey
is
anymore.
running.
Sigmund.
Matt,
Yes.
let me turn you up.
Okay, is this better? I should have my mic-
I'm turning you up on my side. Can you speak one more time?
Is this better?
Yeah, much better. Okay. So Sigmund, you have been given your divine prophecy, your realizations in life, your attempts to do better and to accomplish your goal. You set out from Somarvilla, or not Somarvilla, from Millmarch yesterday, spent the night in Somarvilla, and were ready to head to the capital today. As you are finishing your breakfast in the inn and you are preparing to leave, right in the doorway materializes in front of you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 5 people, 6 things. Oh.
Here.
Yeah, coalescing from arcane energy. You are going to see one of your one of the Solsarai you are sworn to, along with a shattered tiefling and several other individuals. I'm gonna say, right off the bat, go ahead and roll me a dexterity save to keep your balance as they literally materialize in the doorway of this place.
Dexterity save. Okay.
I'm going to say you keep your balance. You stumble backwards. How about you describe what Sigmund looks like for us as the party appears in this tavern, then I'll describe the tavern for everybody.
In front of you, you see a 3-foot-tall halfling, white, fair skin, long, shaggy hair, and it looks like his face has a little bit of a sooty look and also smells of ash.
Okay.
Smells like a really small Bennett.
No, he still smells of ash and is covered in soot.
That's a reference to a character.
Yeah.
You all appear inside of the Wolgreaf. This is a you're in the doorway. You're in the doorway, and the oh my gosh, I forgot the name for it. Lobby is not the word I want.
Common room?
Common room is not the word. Foyer of this area. There is a small library, I say quote unquote, on the wall, bookshelves and cupboards with all different types of journals sitting on the shelves, and flags lining the wall and the entranceway into the tavern. In front of you, you see the dark recess of the tavern. It has many of its windows and shutters closed in this common room. I'll roll a percentage die for how full it is. Actually, a good number of people down here getting ready to travel into the city today. And you guys almost knocked over little old Sigmund. Nemeiser is going to look down and say, "Oh, my bad. I probably should have had us come outside. Anyways, I'm gonna get a room, get a little bit of rest, and I'll catch up with you all later. Don't get yourselves killed, okay?"
We make no promises. Make good decisions.
Nemeiser's...
All looks down.
She didn't even notice we were missing a person.
Oh, character out.
Dora sort of realizes that that's true.
Yeah.
There's like that stark moment of, oh my god, you're right.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Oh, anyways, Stradora looks at the person that we technically assaulted with our teleport.
Oh, hey.
Did we knock off the other half of you?
Then just
I'm gonna look up at you and say, "Oi, watch where you're going next time, eh?"
hey then.
Please tell me you're not sticking with this.
I'd say take it up with our babysitter, but
Wait. What are
I
you
don't know if
doing
you're
here?
old enough to ride that ride.
I should be asking you the same thing, sir. What the heck are you doing here? Also, tell your babysitter next time to at least do it outside.
Well, if we told her to do it outside, we'd probably get kicked out.
I mean, you're not wrong.
She seems like the type.
So
It's
hold
almost
on.
certainly happened, right?
On the other hand, the first thing she does is try to get a room, so maybe not.
Well, you know, everybody has their quirks and their standards. I'm not
Again.
judging.
Hi, Singe. How are you doing? As Claude kneels down to let a hand to the halfling.
Been better. Now you know this mess.
Gotta lend a hand and a couple feet while you're at it.
Sorry, I need to do an introduction.
Yeah.
Singe, these are my traveling companions.
Also, your crew.
Sort of. Only they aren't smithing everything or rebuilding the village every day.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
And he starts to go through each person. Hold on, I need to make sure I get the last names. Nomis Singala Mobikasa?
I
I'm sorry for butchering your last name and middle. Strador Drake Calendar.
Strador Drake Calendar.
oh,
The
and
pleasure's here.
real.
Anderson, Rayleigh, and Kenneth Alberea.
Oh.
And this is, as I call my sister and I like to call him Singed or Sigs Mufasa. Or Stigman
Stigman.
Mufasa.
Pleasure to meet you all. Well, a friend of Claus is a friend of mine. As long as they prove it.
Biggs is close one to my family, so he's good people.
Mm-hmm.
All the means well, but I'm glad that you can keep a secret.
Nice to meet you, Sigmund.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
Alright.
Hey,
So what are we?
You like
what are
fire?
you doing here?
Oh. Yeah, the whole mist thing. Yeah, I saw a princess being used in some sort of sacrifice. By the looks of things, like some sort of cult thing.
You saw that?
Been reading the recaps, have you?
Yeah. Yeah, and the 4 suns above my head. Well, the 4 stars. Well, the guiding stars above me.
Well, that was
Oh,
above
I missed
everybody.
both.
That kind of, you know,
Yeah,
kind of a
well,
global event.
so that's some.
How's mom and dad?
Do you hear the man have a prophetic vision, and your first question is, how's your family?
Well, first off, it was a full moon, so he just was working. And
Yeah.
And also, wait, it clicked in me. Yeah, no, I'm gonna scratch that real quick. Claude doesn't ask that first. His first question actually is, yeah. Wait, you saw the guiding stars, which everybody saw, but you saw a princess being sacrificed?
Yeah, I was about to say. That, you maybe didn't catch it, because that's all the information we'd have to give people to get up to speed, but I just met this man. Man,
Yeah.
right? Boy.
Yeah.
He's an adult. He's actually older than me, believe it or not.
By how much?
A few years.
3 years. 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Despite being twice his height. Quite literally, Claw is exactly twice his height.
I'm going to look up at you and say, if you use me as an armrest, I swear to
When
all
have
the
I-
idiots.
As I told, when have I ever done that? One. My sister's been the one who's done that on one occasion. Secondly, glad to know that you're actually kind of up to speed because that vision ain't all that off.
Well, I'm not sure why they would need the princess. Like,
Yeah, that's not a conversation I'm having in the middle of a tavern.
Exactly. So, you.
Hey, barkeep, can we get a couple of drinks?
Sorry, rush out. I drank all
The-
of it this morning.
Fire Spawn, who is moving throughout the room, is going to look over at all of you, and she'll say, "Yeah, sit down. Show's about to start."
Oh,
We don't need drinks, we need a room. With, like, privacy. Come on.
well,
Yeah. Either a room or. Well, I guess you're going to be off to deal with that dream, huh?
yeah.
Is it-
What do you mean
say
off
the
to deal with
princess-
that dream? Did you not hear the contents of that dream? Hi, I'm Stradora
Yeah.
Drake Calendar. Divine intervention.
Yeah. So, congratulations. You got X. Congratulations. We're dealing with that thing too.
Oh God. God.
Yeah. I'll let Stradora, when we get a room, I'll let you and Kenneth do the recapping on that. 'Cause-
As you guys are standing here talking, by the way, the woman is going to move back to a barrel, fill up 3 cups, and she's going to bring them to a table and set them down, gesturing for you guys.
Alright. Do you have any rooms available that weren't just taken?
She brushes off her hands, walks across the tavern towards you guys. Like, it's worth noting there's a good little bit of distance. Like, you guys called out to her, she got you a table ready, and
Yeah.
she's gonna walk up to you and say, "What now? Say that again."
Do you have any rooms available? Probably either for, depending on, for the day.
She's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I got plenty of rooms. All these folks are just here for the show."
Alright.
You want one upstairs or downstairs? Cellar's nice and cool, but upstairs you can get a nice breeze.
I'm
You
fine
know,
with
that
either
nice,
or.
you know that nice tiefling that was with us that just got a room?
She's going to say, "Oh yeah, Nemicer. She's been through before. She's one of our regulars."
What did she pick? Up or down?
She covets her privacy. She has a room in the cellars.
Then we'd like one upstairs.
Yeah,
She'll
as far as possible.
she'll nod and say, "Oh, well, hold on. Does she have to clean it?" She's going to say, "A lot of folks are just getting up and leaving for the day. Once I have this stuff prepared down here, I'll have your room ready for you."
Thank you very much.
May take your time.
She's going to nod and say, "And of course, this establishment, it's enjoy the services and pay before you leave. I'll be collecting the coin later."
How much would it be now, actually?
She's well, let's actually take a look at that. This is a aristocratic stay. She's going to say a room for the day to use as you please, about 4 gold. After food and board and bathing supplies, 6 gold would cover everything for each of you.
Wait, 6
Okay.
gold each or all together?
Each.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Oh, I was saying, Blade ripped
Hold
me
on.
off.
Okay.
When was
Uh,
the versus gold?
Claw will hand over. Yeah, Claw will actually hand over the gold for the party. I think that would be 36 gold. One,
635.
35? Okay.
6
Aye.
times 6 is 36.
Oh, wait. You're right.
How did you get?
Wait, I got 6 times 5. Who's the sixth party member?
Sigmund.
I.
Oh wait, why are we
Who am I
Sigmund?
missing? I've got Nomis, Kenneth, Claw, Stradora, Sigmund, and I'm missing my Anderson card. Where is my Anderson card? Alright, got it.
Yeah.
We just need water
Yep.
in the tub.
Yeah, so Claw will give her
A little bit more.
and
Did we count
36.
Sigmund?
Right there.
'Cause he's already here.
That's true, but I'm guessing it's for the previous for that Claw paid that he paid for the previous night, not this night.
Okay, then it's 36. I just wanted to be sure.
Alright. Yep. So yeah, Claw will include Sigmund, and it's just like, all right, 36. All right, here you go, man.
So it's actually an upgrade from the cellar.
You might not want to be in the cellar tonight.
Yeah, no. I know who that person was who brought you in.
I don't want to know the stories of that one. But so let's go ahead and sit down to the drink since you already set that up. Might as well.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make a dexterity check on this.
You shouldn't, and if you are, Claw's literally going. There's going to be an. Claw's literally going to help you up.
All right then.
Okay. That's fine. I guess we would be moving to the table, so.
Oh, sorry. You guys can sit down and talk at the table freely. There are a wealth of people within this tavern. They all these tables point towards the stage set up in the far eastern side of the tavern, near the hearth, but it is not lit this morning. That said, there is a man on the stage who is preparing to give a show. There are lights swirling around him, little flickers of candle flames dancing about as he is practicing his magic. Stradora, Claw, Kenneth, and Anderson will recognize this man as the amazing Thassidanius Wonderspoon.
The
I was
amazing
afraid of
Thassidanius
this.
Wonderspoon.
The first time I
afraid.
don't have the autograph.
I think I do. I think I
I
still
s-
do. It's
I
like a
still do.
napkin. Yeah, I have an autographed napkin.
Oh,
Alright.
weird.
So that was it. Yeah, I have a napkin too.
Oh,
But the.
in Lamilia's will, she left the autograph of Thassidanius Wonderspoon to Oswandria as a memento of how they met.
That is beautiful. Okay, so Singed, as they sit down, so Singed, can you tell me more about what you were planning, like the Alta dream, just from what was going on, along with, how things been here on your end in terms of, after the guiding stars went by?
Yeah, no, it's just saw the princess of our Sarah was in trouble. Just did not look like she was in a good spot, and our culture, how we see the guiding stars being. And well, I figured it was my destiny to go and save her.
Yeah, well, she's gonna be in trouble if she doesn't message me. It's been 2 days.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Hmm?
What did you say?
Don't worry about
Right.
it.
Mm-mm. Okay, so and you had this dream last night or
39th.
3 nights ago? Okay.
39th.
Oh, on the 39th. Okay.
About 3 days ago.
That's right. So about 3 days ago. Well, that lines up way too conveniently. How's the village going?
It's going fine. I'm okay. Out of character. I'm only saying that because me and Brandon didn't discuss that part.
That's fair.
Oh, we did.
Oh.
Do you want me to refresh you?
Yeah.
Would you like me to tell you or message you?
You can say it.
There is a big air of confusion at the village, and there is indecision and factions starting to break out. While the mist does serve a problem for majority of the country and world, during the last full moon, nobody in the village transformed. And it is likely due to the mist, and people in the village kind of want it to stick around. Also, for Siggs and his position in the village of like helping out after transformations doesn't means he's got less to do.
Oh, less barricading. That was odd.
Wait, less barricading.
Yeah. When that mist rolled in, people weren't transforming like it's normal. It was weird.
Huh.
I think the mist is part of it. Everything's kind of gone secular. People are saying that they want to keep it, others aren't. It's definitely a weird time back home. Am I too quiet or?
Quiet, but I'm also imagining that this is in hushed tones because, right. So I'm also kind of you are quiet, but I heard what you were saying. I don't know if Brandon's mic picked it up, but
I'm listening.
But it's also I'm imagining too that this is that part of the conversation is actually quiet. So
because it's things just are weird. I think the mist. I don't know why anyone would want it. Something about it's not right with the stars and everything. It just doesn't seem right.
I mean, it's definitely not right. So would make sense considering that area is surrounded by my dad's druid grove. The plants are going probably to be doing just fine. Am I right on that?
Okay, we did not have that prepared.
Yeah, that you don't have information on. You roll me a history check if Siggs went out and saw it.
Right.
Here's the 7 to my history.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, yeah. Siggs, you do recall the grove is doing well inside the village. It's always been magically tended to. That hasn't stopped with the mist coming in. The harvests are still expected to be bountiful.
6 is going to go like a just blows a raspberry and it's like, you're worried about the harvest? It looks fine. Like that just looked like every other year.
Well, good to know that my dad's magic is at least not corrupted from whatever the hell that's going on here. Ah, boy.
Yep. Well, with the magic going around, I just hope it didn't mess with any of the taste.
That's also true. But in terms of did you see my mom, my dad before you left, or were they kind of, or if you didn't, that's fine.
Yeah, no.
I can definitely find them myself. I just wanted to know.
I know you're. Well, the last I was seeing them is back on the before I left to come here. So
So they're good. That's good to hear.
as far as I'm aware, yes.
All right. That's good. Paul's just kind of rolling his fingers along the desk. He's lost in thought. If anybody else wants to say something here, they can.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is kind of a heavy reunion.
Yeah, definitely.
There were some things I guess I didn't prep you on as far as the events of the village, Matt. You remember those 3 things I sent you as far as the considerations for 6?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
One I would like to add to that before I move on, and I'll let you think on, if your character wants to say something. Sigs would be aware that this mist is capable of killing people. There was one death in the village. Not someone Sigs knew. I don't know if it's worth... If, he'd feel like discussing or gossiping with it about the party. The players already know, but,
Yeah,
those are things for your character to consider just in terms of where he's at in life and what he's doing.
Yeah. I'm going Stace will ask that, I'm gonna ask, so with this mess, have you guys figured anything out about it? How is it dangerous or anything?
The mist?
Yeah.
How do I answer this? Yes and no. Yes, it killed somebody. No, it's probably not going to be doing that in the near future.
Okay, because we did lose someone back in the village. Don't worry, Cloud. It was no one you knew of.
No one important.
Well,
Yeah, it's just old Jimbo.
Old Jim, what's his name?
right. Okay. So it wasn't somebody at my. Maybe the Grove might have attacked them because my family usually sleeps. Their house is in the Groves. That might have been it, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Good to know that it wasn't anybody staying inside my family's house either.
Yeah, just the one person.
That's
your lucky
both
stars.
reassuring and concerning to hear. For multiple different reasons.
Yeah, especially given how everyone's now sort of began to trust is fractured.
I will pause you guys and say there is a moment of fright where the tavern catches on fire, bursting into flames all around you.
What? Are we under attack?
They are not hot. As the flames circle around the walls of the tavern, Thacedanius is going to turn around, raising his hands in the air. The flames are all going to spiral into flaming birds, flapping, and is
drops to the floor and covers her head.
It's a show, Nomus. It's a show.
It's
Get
not
her,
real.
you prick,
It's an
Wonder
illusion.
Spoon!
My mistakes.
Thassidanius is going to say, "It's the amazing Thassidanius Wonder Spoon, and I'm filled with 1,000 tricks. I'm ready
the
to."
unimpressed Stradora Drake Calendar.
Thassidanius Wonderspoon, his illusions are going to stop as he casts another spell. He keeps talking. You guys hear nothing he says. It appears that the rest of the tavern is laughing at you. Oh, Claw, you can read his lips.
He can't
He's
silence.
he's going to say, "There, I think it'd be a lot more enjoyable for the rest of us if we all can enjoy the show without the peanut gallery. I'm capable of some illusions and feats of spectacle. If you have any requests, please just simply
I'm
ask."
casting Otto's irresistible dance.
You can't.
Why?
You're
It says that we're
silent.
NPC.
He silenced us.
I thought that means we can talk, but he can't hear us.
No,
No.
sound
No, he's
can't
not-
enter or exit the area you're at. You can't create sound while you're in there.
That's
If
what
it doesn't
I
have a
was
verbal
thinking.
component, you can do it. But I'm pretty sure Otto's dance
Yeah,
does.
I thought the silence.
You can move out of the silenced area if you want. But
Can I question?
yes.
I
He's
cast minor
just
illusion to
doing
make it
crowd
sound-
work. He's just doing crowd work.
Can I cast minor illusion to make it sound like he broke wind?
Like
Like really loudly.
I don't. You know what? Does minor? I've got minor illusion right here on my thing.
It does not have a verbal component.
It does not have a verbal component. You can cast minor illusion.
Jacko,
Brown note.
Thank you.
Brown note. Doc.
It's like one of those like really wet ones.
After a moment, you guys see people laughing towards you guys. Then their laughter kind of turns. You can't hear their laughter, but you see their laughter kind of turns towards Thassidanius. Thassidanius is going to put a hand on his face before he waves his hand. You guys can hear sound again, and he's going to walk up to your table and say, "Yeah, look, kids, you're busting my chops here. What did I..." He'll roll and say, "Wait, I recognize you. You're those kids from the princess's birthday party. Look, I didn't behead that man there."
I know.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Scared our friend. That's why.
I'm just really confused.
Thassidanius is going to say, "Well, this is a good paying gig since the theater shut down, so I'd appreciate it if you guys could enjoy the show rather than ruining it for everyone else."
Fair enough.
Fine.
Noma's just
Bye.
pouts and hides behind Anderson.
Claw is going to nod and... Oh boy. I hope the rooms are set up soon.
You let me bro
And I
shut
start-
up. Me both, sire.
You guys can watch a little bit of Thassidanius's performances as he weaves powerful illusions, some so lifelike that they feel like they could actually kill you. And I would say you guys maybe get 10 minutes into his display before finally the Shoel, the innkeeper, comes down and she'll place a key on your guys' room or on your table and say, "This one will work for a guild's quarters. There are 3 rooms inside of it."
Right. Thank you.
She will nod and say, "Do you want refills on?" and look at the drinks. Has anyone drunk any other drinks?
Anderson drank his drinks.
I've been sipping.
Probably
This
drinks
is drink
Dora's
her
too.
drink and anyone else's that they'll share, so she can try
Well-
as many as possible.
Claw will
Stradora
split
doesn't
his...
drink through a combination of age and uselessness.
I drink Fedora's helping because I.
Claw,
Okay.
Claw drank half of his and offered half of his towards Nomus.
Heck yeah,
So-
try all the drinks.
So,
Um,
alright.
there were
Not
only, by the way, there were only 3 mugs on the table. Only Kenneth Anderson.
And Lydia.
No, not Nomus,
Nomus.
because Nomus looks like she's 5.
Oh,
Yeah, Nomus does look like.
Oh, so
Yeah,
only
I would
Kenneth
say only
Anderson and
Kenneth-
Claw.
Yeah, Anderson and Claw were served.
So
So,
Nomus steals and tries all 3 drinks.
I let Nomus try some of my drinks.
I mean, I just got a basic like wheat ale.
yeah,
I got Blue Moon.
She just
That's what
gave
I
you
got.
guys some
Okay, the last time I
regular
drank, it was some fish with it was some drink with a dead fish put in it.
stuff.
Yeah, it's like I got ye old Blue Moon.
Yeah, if she's asking for refill, I said no, thank you. I'm fine.
Okay.
Great.
At which point, you guys are free to do your own thing.
Let's head upstairs real quick so we can actually get a good discussion and set Singed on a catch-up.
Can I ask why he's called Singed?
Yes, he smells burnt all the time.
Gestures
And
at
he wants-
everything.
One Singed. He onto the nickname when both my sister and I became Fang and Claw. So we gave him the nickname Singed because he always smells burnt, and half the time he has dust and soot on his face. Gestures to his face.
you just see like little like what looked like goggle, like just as if he was wearing goggles, like just all over his face is just covered in soot, but just not where like.
Matt, are you like getting further away from your mic?
Yeah, I hit my mic away from my face.
All right. So you guys go upstairs. This is you guys are going to have a nice section of this upper room, or of this upper area. The room you guys open the door into has a hearth and a common area, and then 3 smaller rooms to the side. I don't think this place would have a private bathing chambers in each individual room. You have to go downstairs for that. At which point, though,
Cellar.
I
Oh,
mean,
we don't want to go to the cellar.
no.
I think we're all relatively
That's where
clean.
she is.
Yeah, they'd have a bathing room for peeps. That said, though, yeah, you guys can decide who gets what rooms and get some measure of privacy up here.
Alright, so now that we're in a little bit more of a quiet spot, let's catch you up to speed. So
Yes.
So that dream wasn't all wrong. The princess's body was used for what created this both mist and the tendrils. Basically, from our understanding, they used that body to put their god into it, and now
I'm kind of like you're going when you say that you're going to see Sigma just have that face like, wait, what the? Like, just that expression.
And now the princess spirit is fine at the moment. Her body is still with the cult, as far as we know. And I believe there's a god inhabiting it now.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do is to get some special materials to be able to reverse that spell that killed a good chunk of the planet, and
Wait, when you
also,
say a good chunk, how many are we talking here?
What was it, 10,000? 20,000?
I think it was 10,000.
History check if you guys don't remember. I'm gonna put it at DC 9.
It was
10,000. I'm fairly certain.
I thought it was 20,000.
Yeah, just missed.
dismiss.
A lot of people. Kenneth,
Hey,
you very vividly remember Strodora saying 20,000.
20,000 people.
10,000.
So-
I'm 100% sure.
So 20,000 people minus 2 got killed that night, as far as we know. The only reason why we know minus 2 was because we were friends with one, and half of me and the one of those girlfriend, wife, sworn, saved one, and the other one, the rest of them saved. So, that being stated, 20,000 minus 2 died that night and has caused this basically end of the world to try and bring about this cult of daughters of Genduai's god, I guess Genduai, into the body of the princess. And now we're trying to get the princess back, stop the cult, and also try to undo all this damage that is basically causing realms to merge. Did I miss anything? When I say did I miss anything, I look to both Kenneth and Shador of just like, I know I did a rough recap, but did I miss anything important?
Did we cover the fact that Aussie is technically fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the spirit is fine. I think you basically covered it, Claw.
Okay.
Oh, let me get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
She's fine, yet still in danger.
Yes.
So we have to get her original body back.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's the objective. Yes.
Oh,
And
you
by
got
getting
room for
her-
one more?
Yeah.
We
Just
actually
lost.
have an opening.
Out to the old guy.
As long as
If you
don't
want to make
betray us
some
for your
money,
childhood crush.
if you want to make some money, you can, get his bounty. So that answers your question.
I get what?
If you want to make some
get his
money,
bounty,
if you want some money, you can get his bounty. If you want,
Mhm.
if that answers your question.
And if it makes any logical sense, basically turned tail and ran, after getting me very annoyed of not having any spine.
Yeah, it sounds like a real pushover.
You know, I have a question. Did the bounty go up for him yet? How much is he worth?
Nobody asked.
Nobody, we don't know
Well,
that,
I'm
and also
asking now.
I have no idea on how much the bounty is gonna be,
I don't know if
but
it's- we don't know if it's been put up yet. You can check probably some bounty office or something. Maybe ask an official.
yeah.
Like,
But anyways, that's a
I'll burn
rough
down
summary
his
of-
little spineless corpse.
Well, either way, I hope that he actually decides to make a solid decision. Besides, now that he's with someone who makes something that's supposed to be solid. But anyways,
His not girlfriend totally killed him in his sleep.
now we're going to be trying to get the sword from Father Anderson's sword, moon sword or whatever, from that museum that's being opened up here, as that's made out of the materials that is used for the spell to try and undo what happened.
As you say that, like you just sort of see this like Sigmund's face just sort of go from like, oh, that place. Oh boy.
Wait, is that a good? So,
You
what's
wanna go
going on
there?
with the-
You've been
well,
there?
that's-
I've heard tales of that place. Nothing much, but
Yeah, we want to go there and get the sword.
well, I've done stupid stuff in my life. Might as well add one more to the list.
How stupid are we talking about here, Singed?
I'm willing to join you in. Like, you guys know the history of Father Anderson?
Yes.
I'm learning more every
Oh,
day.
do I?
A lot
we
of
know
us.
we know enough.
we know enough, with the exception of Nomus. She'll learn a good amount out as we go along. But
I'm learning.
how bad? How bad is it?
Okay,
Yeah.
out of character. I was like referencing to all the stories I've been told. Like
You
from
can roll a
guys.
history check.
Yeah.
What's his Sigs would have heard some gossip while he's in town, and especially staying at this inn. Sigs, as far as you know, the museum has shut down due to several deaths of performers. To the best of your ability, place is haunted. Or to the best of your knowledge, the place is haunted. Or at least people believe so in town.
Yeah,
Several
no.
performers, you say?
So like a few, like you guys haven't heard about what's happened there recently?
No, we've been in another
literally
country.
Just got in.
We've literally been in the country for one
Okay.
day, and we were in Senate Fries.
All right then. Well, we're past a little bit. There's been a few passings that have happened here there where a few have sadly tragically lost their life. Some and we don't know what's causing it. I want to say it's the work of some higher power, given what's happened recently. I'm willing to believe anything at this point as to what would cause the death of them.
So let me get this straight. There's just been a lot of dead performers, and well, I guess we gotta go to inn then. If that's the case, for the place being closed down, we could try to make a deal, saying that we can try and deal with it in exchange for us being able to get Father Anderson's sword, and maybe getting something else in return, so that way he has something to make a memory of him, and kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to exercising whatever demons have decided to haunt a former vampire's lair, turned into a tourist attraction to honor Arter's shadiest hero. That's what I wanted to do this month.
Well, heroes, not just Father Anderson. There's apparently one from every one of them.
Well,
But
only one of them's apparently a very shady ghost. So
Quite a few they're saying.
with our luck, he's probably on a boat. I don't know which one. I just know he's on a
Sidora
boat.
just kind of looks off into the distance. Oh, where is the boat?
That is a good question.
Boats are for
What?
cowards who can't breathe water.
Or don't want
You
to get
calling
tired.
my daddy a coward?
I don't.
Yes.
We just can't breathe water. I don't think that's a coward thing.
Just breathe water.
That's not how that works.
I
don't
would
have
kind of
Body
gills.
can't magic. I don't have gills. We can't breathe
and I
water.
don't have lungs, yet I am here.
No, you do
Six-
have lungs.
Swim bladders are just lungs.
That just work with water. Anyways, let's.
You have to tell me more about that Nomus later. Is she talking about
No.
breathing water?
I mean,
She's a Mirai.
look at her.
Look. She's a Mirai. She's from the ocean.
Nomus waves her webbed fingers.
Actually, I'm going to state this: either she's going to be the safest or the most vulnerable around you, Singed. I can't tell which one right now.
Oh yeah, I don't wear armor and I have dolphin skin. It's not exactly tough.
Oh, just for reference's sake, just for heads up, he likes flames. Just explain that.
That's why I made that comment earlier.
And
Oh,
one-
great.
Big step back.
It's fine. My
Only
last teammate put me in danger with his incompetence, so you're really just keeping the level.
although
Wow, this guy sounds like a real idiot.
Oh yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna state
awful.
this, you're at least a lot smarter, and he can actually help out with anything in terms of tools wise.
Yep.
Unless, so, I can vouch for his craftsmanship. I can't vouch for what comes out of his mouth. Anyways, let's go ahead and head towards the museum and
That's
see
been
what
the
we can
policy ever
figure.
since we began our partnership. Or-
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
true.
Let's go to the creepy abandoned Ardorian museum that's claimed lives. Yeah, that's
Let's go to the totally haunted museum. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Alright. Well, good thing we stocked up beforehand, huh?
Okay.
Alright.
So
Did I do justice there, or
as far as, well, we're just gonna keep rolling. You know, if
Yeah,
you're
let's
having
just
fun,
keep
you're
rolling,
having
really
fun.
keep
If you're not
rolling.
having fun, let me know.
You know what? New country, new look. I'm gonna put on like some brown pants that I just happen to have lying around. I don't have much. I guess I'll put on this green T-shirt. Come on,
So-
Talia, with
Heading
damn it.
to the museum. Does anybody know where or what the museum is?
We know nothing. We're depending on Sigmund.
Right.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think you guys have done any investigations other than what Ariana told you guys. I will give you
That's
guys
true.
history checks for, that knowledge if you can't remember.
Claw.
Otherwise, I feel like there's probably more that needs to happen.
Claw.
Yeah.
Your dad knew this Father Anderson character, okay? Right. We're in Somar Villa. Somar Villa is apparently where this fancy schmancy museum thingy exists. Where in the city is pertinent to their history as people where one might build such a I can't think of a good insult. Where would they build this?
in the fort?
Either if they didn't use the Nakart Manor, which would be my first guess. If they didn't use that, can I roll a history check if it would be if there would be any other location that would make sense besides the Nakart Manor?
Yeah, go for it.
Would I have advantage on this or no? Because I live nearby here.
Oh, I'm not giving you advantage on it. I wouldn't think Claw spends much time in Somar Villa.
That's fair. I wanted to ask beforehand. The only place I can think of is literally the manor of where it happened, which I know where that is. It's kind of the biggest building in the.
We can always ask the innkeeper downstairs.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I think it would be better to ask the. Yeah. Sorry for jumping the gun. My brain is still scattered from yesterday.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
There was a lot of brain scattering,
Mm-hmm.
considering what she was doing to you and Anderson.
Wait, it didn't happen to you?
No, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Let's just say, imagine sensory
Take it as a
overload.
compliment.
Imagine sensory overload with also the equivalent of tinnitus going off inside of your head.
Oh.
you ever just
You're
been-
going to see a very less confused Sigmund after that
Have you
explanation.
just been hit in the head really fucking hard?
This caused by the guy that had the bounty.
No, this was caused
No.
by a different mind. This was caused by the mind wizard.
Don't worry, we got that one.
You guys can step out of your rooms and start heading downstairs. Thrasidanius is wrapping up his show. People are, well, I'll roll him a performance check. Some people are clapping. People look less enthused than when you guys had originally left. Thrasidanius, however, the amazing Thrasidanius Wonderspoon is soaking up what little praise there is, bowing.
The Thrasidanius Wonderspoon.
Yeah. He'll be waving and say, thank you. For any autographs or admirers, please seek me at the bar. he'll step off from the stage. Lady is going to get up on the stage behind him, and she's going to be pulling out a string instrument and getting ready to set up. Otherwise, you guys can find Shoelle, the tavern keep. She is, I guess she'd probably be cleaning off some tables of some departing patrons as you guys come in, or come downstairs. At which point she'll look up at you guys and say, "Everything to your liking?"
Yeah, everything's great.
Wonderful. I do hope you enjoy your stay here at Woolgrave. Also, we encourage you, if you're followers of the Four, to leave your stories at the door. She gestures to the library.
Do you mind if
What
we,
weapon? I don't have a weapon.
No, don't worry about it.
Library?
She's going to gesture again to the door where all of the journals are on these shelves. And she's going to say, "Yes, oh, wow, you definitely don't look from around here. It's customary, your story is your song, your prayer to the gods. The path you walk. You should transcribe it and share it with others, as all those who pass through Woolgrave do. You can read about the people who travel these roads, right over there. The many lives that have passed through this tavern. It's our own little wall of stars."
Claw, you must read them to me.
I will do so when we return. When we return, I'll choose one. We'll find one that I'll let you pick out one, and I can read one to you.
Alright, fine.
So Miss Shoelle, we have a question, if you don't mind. Since we're new in town, we don't know where a lot of some stuff is.
She's gonna stand up straight and say, "Oh, of course, I can point you to where you need to be."
Sure. So, do you know anything or heard anything about a museum or some building made in honor of Father Alexander Anderson or other people from the from Lost Fire?
They're wanting to see.
Her face is going to grimace, and she's gonna say, "You're talking about the ballroom. Zeke's vanity project. Pour his family's life savings into it. Ugh! Horrible place that area is. It's already cost us some of the best and most talented individuals in Somar Villa. I advise you stay far away from it."
Why? What happened?
Also, if we were to avoid it at all cost, approximately where is it so we can stand the furthest away?
She's going to say, "The vengeful spirit of Lady Mathalia Nakart. I suppose you don't know, but the Nakarts..."
Isn't she not dead? I thought she was somewhere out there lurking, waiting, being a vampire.
She's going to nod and say, "The Nakarts came in with the winds, got our country on a path towards prosperity. Some of the downright best nobles you've ever seen. However, it came to light that the family, the Alliance, was being led by a Terai, a powerful one, manipulating Arter's politics from the shadows. But she had nothing but pure intentions for this great country and her countrymen. There was Lethalia Nakart, but when her true identity was discovered and what she was ran out of Arterserai. She's returned, and she haunts that place like a specter, possessing..." She shakes her head. "Everything and people, everyone."
I don't think she can be a ghost if she's still alive.
Well, technically speaking, she died like a bunch of... I don't know when, I don't know the whole history, but she's a vampire. Like, you know, they're already dead by like... Their Terai work.
She's not too happy with how Somar Villa's declined in her In her absence, that's what I say.
So this place is basically it is the Nakehart Keep then that we should be avoiding.
She's going to nod. She's going to gesture to the stage, and she's going to say, Odin Shayla, or Little and Shayla up there, she was actually one of the performers hired to help recreate the balls that went on there. She knows firsthand, better than anyone does.
See. Brandon, that is the person that is performing?
Yes, the lady on stage.
Okay,
She's got a stringed instrument and a bow that she is pulling over it.
Okay. Well,
Good to know.
thank you for letting us know.
Wait until she's done with her performance, unless we want a repeat of.
She hasn't started, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
She's warming up.
Go up there and break her looting hat.
No.
No.
We will let her perform.
We'll let her perform. Well, I'd recommend letting her perform her piece, so that way she doesn't have to relive some bad memories and affect her performance before we bring up some more troublesome memories, from what it sounds like.
We should buy her a drink. That always loosens the tongue.
I will do that.
Find her a
And
little shitty ghost.
Don't you think
PNG.
that'll affect her performance, though?
After she's done.
How long is that gonna take, man?
You asked Joelle? Joelle's going to say, well, I just, I hire a rotating set of performers. Each does a small set, so no one gets too tired and they come back in throughout the day. I'll have them all the way until lunch, and then after lunch I won't have any until dinner time. She's going to say, Joelle is the second of 6. Or, she's Joelle, I'm sorry, and Shaylee's the second of 6.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess we can wait.
Alright. While we're waiting, I guess now let's go ahead and pick out a book and I'll read one of the stories to you.
Okay, how about we fast forward through this? I'm planning to go for another hour just because we started late. If you guys have time commitments or want to go to sleep, just let me know.
Oh no,
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I am fine
no.
with just saying, oh, they go and read a book and just skip it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Yeah, I'm fine with that too. As just kind of the only thing I want to add there is that Claw does make sure Nomus can see the written part of the book, so that way, the way to kind of show her like, you know, these are what these woods look like in common on surface.
I don't. Reading's weird for Anderson. I just understand.
Does anybody see the poetry in the fact that you always get conflicting ideas of this Father Ray's history? And that his story is your song? So in a way, the man is a forgotten song?
I've legitimately never thought of that, and
Is
it
a
hurts my
forgotten
head
song
to think
friends
about
we made along the way?
It's not about the journey. It's not about the destination. It's
This
the
is
journey
Jackal
that
the
we made.
player, by the way. This ain't even. This is like beyond Anderson.
Jackal's just leaned back like, I'm never gonna be the same.
Oh.
Yeah.
For Claw and Nomus, you both read a book about a music merchant who sells different instruments, and his travels up and down the roads of Ardor, and the people he's ran into and the people he's tried to help. And I will also roll him one additional thing. 1 through 30, he has taken a Sun Serventor. Above 30, he has not taken a Sun Serventor. It is his greatest life ambition to someday be able to make the journey. Beyond that, everybody else who sits and listens to Anshali's song and her performance, she starts strumming the instrument after a few moments of setting a somber, longful tone. She begins singing with it. For all intents and purposes, she sings a song about Somar Villa's history and the province of Arothia, how it is now without its rightful leader, and for the days of patriotism past. All in all, you can sum up that she's not very happy with the Nyatan's leadership of the city, and how the province has folded into basically just being an extension of the capital. But she does sing of what it was like to grow up here, and how they looked up to the Nakarts for really redefining Ardorian life. With that, she ends her song, longful of a star to look towards, and how the night sky is now a foggy, cloudy mess. And she puts down her instrument, and people are, well, you know what? I'll roll her a performance check.
Just like the cellar.
And I'll roll her a reception check on the audience. People aren't quite sure how to take her performance. A few people clap, but otherwise it is more of a thoughtful audience when she's finished.
Lightly clap.
Yeah.
She gets up from the stage and is soon replaced by another performer.
Can I
Again,
wave her over, try to get her to come to our table?
yeah, definitely. At which point, though, I do want to say, during her performance, most people started leaving this tavern and getting on with the start of their day. That said, I'm not going to make you roll a performance check or anything. You will catch her attention, and she'll walk over to your table. Let's see. I got to roll a couple checks real quick. As she gets closer to your table, Anderson, Kenneth, Nomis, Sigmund, and Claw, you guys are going to be slightly taken aback. She's wearing much more makeup than you guys originally anticipated. Her skin is blotched. It is much more noticeable once she gets close to you. This lady looks like the specter of death in front of you. If you want any more information, Anderson, you can roll a perception check or a medicine check.
Which one am I better at? It is perception.
Anderson, looking at her, she is breathing. It does look like she's got signs of life throughout her body. This looks like some sort of sickness.
I will do a medicine check out of the cautious of Claw. Just like if he sees someone not well, he's gonna check on them.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the same information, but I guess from a different angle. Claw, her vitality is definitely failing as her body is struggling with whatever it is she's got. But she's going to come over to your table and say, "Hello. Did you enjoy the performance?"
We did.
We did. And it was interesting. Not what I was expecting as a follow-up from the previous one, but it's one I enjoyed a bit more. We actually wanted to ask you some questions, if that's okay.
She's
Buy
gonna
you some
nod
drink?
and pull out a seat and say, "Yes, it is an original song of mine. I'd be happy to answer any questions. I'm not formally trained." I get asked that one a lot.
Well, your performance was quite well, as I didn't seem to notice the difference, and I can see why people would be mistaken for that. But in
Thank you.
terms of
Well done.
that, the other side of that, though, would be more in terms of, well, the Nacart part and the museum that was supposed to be built by Ziggs, as we kind of wanted to know more about it, as we heard that you would know quite well what's going on there.
She's going to say, "Yes, Zeke. That's a terrible tragedy brought about by that idiot of a man. Spirits that have lied deep and dormant within inside the Nacart keep. They grow restless and vengeful from our presence on her sacred grounds. I saw it. The land itself rose up. The keep warped. The life itself was drained out of all of us. I barely escaped with my life."
Were there... So, were you the only survivor?
She's going to shake her head and say, "No, I wasn't. Several other performers got out. I was one of the few not killed, but we all were hurt beyond repair." She gestures to her face and say, "What was done cannot be undone. I don't know why."
Oh,
Were you attacked by something?
She's going to nod and say, "I saw them as spirits of flames at first. Some possessed the other performers there. Some were a part of the manor itself. I saw a shamble of bones assemble itself to some great monstrosity the size of the entire ballroom itself. When it roared, I felt my soul ripped away from me." She's going to shiver and say, "I can feel it now, a piece of me, stuck in that cursed place forever." She's going to look towards you and say, "It was supposed to be a thrill of an experience, like dinner and a show, but it's a haunted house that truly is haunted beyond comprehension. I must warn you, if you value what you have left of your life, it's not a place to tread, especially for individuals so young like you."
Out of curiosity, was there an object that was being focused on? Like where all this life energy went into? We can undo it and revert it, either by destroying it or dispelling it, and your life energy will return, along with all the other performers. He looks towards the more magic-inclined individuals in the party to see if that's a good train of thought.
She'll.
I'm just going to kind of go. I don't know. I don't deal with that stuff.
Yeah, I left
Yeah.
my Arcanist in alone again.
She'll scratch her head and say, there was a vault within the keep, deep below. What its contents held, though, it wasn't. We weren't to know. Only Zeke truly knows what was down there.
Speaking of which, do you know where Zeke is? Like I said, if we can undo this, maybe things can go a lot better.
She's going to nod and... Oh, well, actually... Let's see. She's going to nod and say, we've tried to organize against him, but we don't have a performers guild within the town. And he has the protection of the Nyatans supporting him. He meets with them regularly. If you can get to him through their guard dog, then perhaps you might be able to learn more.
A guard dog?
Yeah, God.
She's going to say, yes, the magnate assigned Lord Esterai to protect the Nyatans. He lets none inside their manor.
Understandable. Let me make it. Do I need to make a? I'm gonna. What would be a check to make sure that Claw doesn't make any visible reaction?
You know what? You can give me a deception check of just keeping it cool. She doesn't have a reason to suspect you, but if you do like absolutely horrible, she might say
Yeah.
like,
Wait, how much of this can the rest of us hear?
she's sitting at your table talking
Alright,
to you.
I don't think it matters. Nomus would absolutely just snort.
Yeah. At which point she'll say, "Oh, I hope I have not offended."
Well, it's fine. It's fine. I know that name well.
She's gonna nod and say,
Sure, rolls her eyes.
the Estrais and the Magnate's Knights have little care for the dealings of the citizens of Somar Villa. They care about their own and the Magnates and the Magnate's dealings, not ours.
Understandable. I have a good idea of where they would be held at. I guess the Nacart at the Nacart Manor.
She's going. No, Claw. This has been forever ago, but you guys have been to the Nyatans' manor in Shades Rise. It is
the
where you
Nyatan
guys dropped Daphne off at.
Okay, yeah, no, that I would remember then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that understandable. Thank you.
Your
so
dad's
much.
been posted there since since the Magnate cut off Kiris's father's head. So.
Yep, that makes sense. All right. Claw is going to nod and say, "Thank you so much for the information." And again, quite a lovely performance, and my condolences for the ignorance of the Magnate's Knights for how the general populace feels. Claw will, if you'll excuse me, I have a guard dog to meet. And he walked away.
Okay.
I was about to say, like homie. Oh, that means we have to go talk to Kira's Niatin. Well,
I will leave her some money for some drinks. Just to thank her.
Okay.
Tell me how that
Some
is.
very important information was communicated, and I would like to make sure you guys absorb it. Give me a Arcana check for anybody trained in Arcana that listened to this lady's story. No miss. You have witnessed a spell effect, and you have talked to her about it. You can conclude whatever thing is here, or whatever happening is at the Nakart Manor, is able to... This lady looks closer to death in terms of weakness, but not necessarily like she's hurt.
Yeah, her hit point maximum has been reduced.
Yeah, you're able to conclude whatever thing is there is able to reduce maximum hit points, either permanently or semi-permanently.
I can fix that. I don't have the components with me.
That said, you guys can leave her. She'll take the gold coins. How much do you give her?
Enough for like maybe 3 drinks.
Okay, give me an exact amount, because that's sounding like
I don't know how much that is. I don't know how much drinks cost.
Well, I mean, if she's drinking wine, you can give her a you can give her 10 gold for a whole bottle, or you can give her like 6 gold and I'll buy her a few cups.
I'll give her 10 gold.
Okay.
What kind of wine are you drinking?
Fine wine.
It's 6 coins for us to stay
Yeah,
with food.
she gets some
lodging,
good
and
wine.
Bathing stuff.
Yeah,
We
but
ballin', y'all.
this is Somar Villa. This is the Beverly Hills of Arter Sarai. Of
So
Arter.
everything's overpriced.
I was about to say this is like getting drunk in California versus getting drunk in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At which point, I do want to say, the innkeeper told you this is a place where, you don't really ask for the price. You stay and then you pay when you get your bill.
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of assumed everyone can. That said, Kenneth, you give her 10 gold. She is going to grab your arm and she'll pull you close, and she's going to whisper into your ears, and she's going to whisper into your ears and say, I saw it. It was a specter made of bones and wood. It housed the souls of hundreds, maybe thousands inside its chest.
Oh God, no!
It screamed and echoed, and haunted me. Don't be dragged in by the foolishness of your friends. If you go into that cursed place, get what you need and leave.
We don't want to stay there longer than we need to, but what we need to grab is very important.
She lets go of your hand and say, thank you. I just tried to repay your kindness.
No, thank you.
Alright.
Follow Claw.
You can follow Claw. You guys are going to the Estrai Manor?
Estrai?
Oh, I'm sorry, the Niatin Manor.
I was like,
So
gee, I went all the way to the
so-
forest?
No, he marked it as his territory.
He did pee on the door.
Just like, Marrow Esterai,
Look at me.
pee on this bush. This is now
I am
mine.
the noble now.
as we're walking,
By the ancient rights of nature's law.
God.
These are the kinds of jokes, Matt, that I'm used to for Marrow.
What were you saying, Matt?
As we're sort of walking, I'm going to start asking Claw, like, dude, why didn't you defend your father? Like, why not defend Marrow?
Because then,
That's because
as
it's a
much-
player joke, and
because my dad. There's a lot of reasons for it, but one, I felt like her realizing who I was, her not realizing who I am, is probably a good thing right now. And two, my dad does kind of ignore things around him. If it's not directly in front of his sense of smell, and if he's guarding something that is an undead, it isn't. Well, let's just say this. I didn't want to, one, ruin her image, or ruin what she thought would be a casual conversation among civilians. But she's not wrong. My dad doesn't realize what people do or how people think about them behind their backs. If not just because he's always either being deployed, being stationed somewhere, or legitimately just
Unaware, yeah.
focusing on my mom or Fang. Let's go ahead and check up on my dad anyways.
Oh boy.
Okay, you guys go looking for the Estrai, Nyatin Manor. You have been here before.
Mostly.
Stepping up to the manor. Actually, what is this in my notes? I think this place on the bottom left is actually the Nyatin Manor. I think that's why I put that there, but I'm not going to go digging through 30 sessions ago. I'm just going to assume that is why it's there. The Nyatin Manor is in Shade Rise. It is at this point in the day not shadowed. Oh, it is actually going to be shadowed by the Nakart, by the Nakart Keep in the middle of the town. Stepping towards the door, there is overgrowth and vines and a thorny bramble arching up and over and around the door. The stone pathway towards the door is all smooth earth. As you guys walk towards the door, you feel your feet moving, and the door does not get any closer. Looking below you, you can see the stones moving with your step. There
Well, I'm
is...
gonna say aloud, a home of our own.
There is a moment when the stone finally stops. It is going to shape itself into a vaguely large humanoid form, and I don't know if this thing can understand you guys. Let me... Well, Anderson can understand. Anderson can understand all languages, or just written
if it's
languages?
written, well, I mean, I've got a spell to understand all languages. Is it spoken or is it written?
It starts speaking. It sounds like crumbling earth, as this construct made of
Yeah, I'll
Earth,
cast tongue.
moves.
I'd like to know what's going on.
Yeah, as you cast the spell, its words are going to shape into things you can actually understand. As it says, no entry unless the steward expects you. This I have been commanded.
Can you tell Lord Estrai that his son wants to see him?
It rumbles back, no entry unless the steward expects you. This I've been commanded.
Does it take messages? Answering machine?
Anderson, you say that?
Yeah.
Doesn't
It
tongues
understands
let you? Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes,
it
it
turns and
understands
says,
me.
"You speak my tongue. Most in this forsaken plain do not know it."
Yeah. Sure, let's go with that.
He's going to say, "I know not what your jabbering companions know or want, but to approach this place, I shall be forced to do what I was bound to."
Oh wait, so can you not understand Claw?
He looks at Claw and says, "I know not this one."
This is Lord Esterai's son, Claw Esterai. He wants
The
to talk to his
spawn of
dad.
the one who has bound me.
Yeah, he just wants to talk with his dad.
He should say these things.
He should say these things.
I shall summon him.
Alright, he's gonna call your dad.
It melds back into the earth, and you guys are waiting for a few moments.
What just happened?
Before
That's why I don't come here.
you guys are going to
I
be.
said my dad is very powerful in terms of magic.
Claw, I have another question. Why can you not speak your dad? Why can you not speak its language? It didn't understand you.
I think what it was speaking in is an elemental language, from what I understand from what little from all my studying, trying to figure out what the hell my sister keeps spawning in my room. So my sister might have been able to know it, but I can't.
You start
It's an
seeing
element.
Sigmund just start like
I don't-
slowly
Did your
chuckling
dad
at
never
that.
give you a key?
The only key that we have is the key to my house, and that's to make sure that the giant walking trees don't kill us.
It's a few moments before you see the earth kind of ripple again as this thing's moving through it. It doesn't come out, but the door opens, and from behind the door, you are going to see Lord Esterai. He steps out and looks at all of you and says, "Claw, I thought you were watching the princess."
I'm here.
Well, one of them. I was, but she, A, is in a safe location, and two, I'm also on a mission to gather some materials to help deal with what's going on with both the village, as well as possibly help an individual that's in there.
He's going to step aside, opening the door and gesture for you all to come inside.
Alright.
It's going to say, Ariana's got the country somewhat stable now. At least people aren't showing up to her door with swords and spears anymore.
That's good.
Unfortunately, Lord Niaton can't say the same.
Unfortunately, as Claw walks in, Dad, these say hello to Nomis, and as he has joined my pack, as you would call it.
Hello.
Marrow is going to raise an eyebrow, nod his head, a little bit at each of you. He's going to. Well, actually, how informed is he of the events at home? He's going to say, "This mist is dangerous to go out through. It killed one in the village."
I heard. How is this and Mom doing in terms of the social matters?
He's going to exhale and say, she meets more and more with, Lady, Surreal Reynolpaw. They have their councils, and whatever it is, as long as they keep, attention, away from Milmar, and we're allowed to do as we please, well, I'd serve at the magnate's discretion, and at my family's safety.
I understand that. And I'm okay, by the way, in case, Fang's been complaining to you.
He's going to
You know,
shake his head
you
and say, I
The
haven't
fingers-
been
just grown.
back to the village since we
That
last
was
spoke.
you.
Understandable, but with what we need Father A's sword. Hold on. This coughing is not in character, by the way. I'm sorry.
That's fine. He's going. What's he know about this situation? He's going to tilt his head at that a little bit and say, well, as far as I know, most of his relics were either destroyed or acquired. It just so happens that Lord Niatin and his Oathsworn are entertaining someone in possession of some of them.
Is it Zeke? Is his name Zeke?
He's going to nod and say, rat of a man.
Oh, I can see why Curious likes him.
I wish to figure out what's kind of going on at the manor, as well as get that sword to undo what's causing all of this all over the world, as well as another matter that might be involving you. Did any of the druids that usually come to the hut besides you and my sister make it?
You're asking if the druid survived?
Yeah, the other 6 druids that would visit.
Yeah. He's going to nod and say, to my knowledge, we've only had one casualty in the village, and it was a roamer.
Okay, that makes sense.
But he's going to look towards Stradora and say, from what I've been able to gander from this Zeke fella, Lord Niatin is insecure in his grips of power over the Nakart alliance, while the magnate's support and funds has put him as the family's head. Zeke owns all of the properties, many of the artifacts, and many of the businesses. I think they have much to share with one another, but it is not simply two chums, but rather rivals.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, so he's like leader in name only, and Zeke's the one with all the real power.
That's expected.
Well,
He's
it's hard to kind of, lead from the front when you don't have a spine.
Oh, like that other person in the part in your group beforehand?
Worse.
Ooh.
I mean, he had a spine. It was very crooked spine, but he did have one.
The
Hell.
advantage Kiris Knighton has over Sergei is that Aurelia blessed him with noble birth.
Marrow's going to shake his head and say, regardless, there are throne loyalists after Lord Niatin from his support of Marlena and Weston's coalition. There are those angry at Magnate Bertolf after Lord Niatin for being her selected ruler. And on top of all of that, there's there's factions of angry performers in town after Zeke. I can protect you if you come to this house, but I don't need any more problems piling at the front door.
I feel insulted you to think of me as a problem.
We aren't here to cause any problems. We just have some questions for Zeke about the situation with the Nakehart Manor.
And possibly actually cause some solutions.
Also, to be absolutely mean, most of the problems I cause is related to Alessandria, and we've established a long time ago that was your fault.
Bill Bertolf.
Marrow his expression is going to grimace, and he's going to say, stay as long as you want. If you draw swords on him, though, I will be forced to bear fang.
Understandable, Dad.
He's
Bear
gonna
Fang, that
nod.
means his sister's here?
See, damn it, Rob. Stop reading my mind.
He's going to just nod at Claw and then walk out of the room.
I'm sorry, my dad doesn't have much sense of humor unless unless one of my specific aunts are around. And apparently she's one of the few people that can actually make him chuckle. Or my mom.
Out of character, I assumed that he was having PTSD because he was getting flack from an Ilderon.
It's been 16 years I've been free of this shit.
It's like, she better not call me pup.
I'm having my Vietnam
When
flashback.
she calls me pup, I swear to God I'll hit a child.
I'm gonna say no, Pup is. Maybe you should just call him Old Dog.
Ooh.
Old Mutt.
Probably be more accurate for Stradora, but either way.
I
Well,
don't have to draw swords on Kirith Nyatin. All I have to do is blow really hard and he'll crumple.
I know, but don't take my dad's threats too. Don't take my dad's threats as they are, but also understand that, he gave us the boundary. As long as we don't directly hurt him, we're fine.
I don't intend to directly hurt him. Indirectly with my words, but I do that to everybody.
He was
I know.
referring to Zeke. You guys are friends with Kiris. Or at least kind of.
I know.
I don't intend to hurt Zeke with anything more than my words.
Kiris knows better. Zeke doesn't, so that's why he was.
It's like
he was
I've already. That's a good point. I've already slapped Kiris in line.
Also,
Do that to a lot of men.
I'm not surprised that he didn't set this up for me to be able to understand that elemental up for me to be able to understand. All right, let's go ahead and talk to Zeke. I think did he tell us where he was?
Somewhere in the manor. I'm sorry,
Well,
Marrow's not a
Tom.
steward or a social person.
Okay, so we either need to
I know
find a
that.
steward or some help, or we could just be really annoyed and just start yelling like his name in the halls. I'm always down to be annoyed.
Let's go find it. I'm gonna go look for a steward real quick. And also, Nomus, I'm gonna state this: my dad is the least social member of my family.
And that's
I
saying
believe
something.
that.
You like my mom or my sister a lot more. They'll teach you better.
You talk about your sister a lot. I'm very interested to meet her.
If she's in this building, I'm pretty sure you're gonna meet her with me being landed on the floor. As he says, walking through
You're
the
just
veranda
gonna-
looking for Stuart.
As you say that, you see kind of just like Sig's just kind of like, oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
So you guys go through the hall, calling Zeke's name?
Either that or looking for Stuart.
Okay.
Whichever one happens
Actually,
first.
looking for a
I
steward.
think we were giving Claw the chance to, you know, do this the polite way, and if that fails, I will be a pest.
I'll just roll you a percentage die of who you bump into first. Do you want high in your favor or low in your favor?
You know what? I'm feeling right now very negative, but considering on how everything's negative towards my family, let's go with low.
I rolled a 2.
Oh wow!
So,
He knows his characters too well.
Claw,
Yeah.
you are going to go looking through these rooms, looking for a steward, and you're actually going to bump into Zeke and Kiris. Or actually, you know what? You're gonna bump into Zeke and Daphne, talking with one another.
Oh.
At which point, she's going to say, but yes, you're... Oh! Well, this is a pleasant surprise. You're with the princess's entourage.
Daphne, it's been a while.
Hey, Daphne.
She's going to nod and... Oh, well, actually, her name is going to change. Hold on. And boom. She's... Yeah, she's going to say, I've helped secure this house, and I have helped Kiris recover after his father's terrible decisions. How have your travels been?
Eventful.
Quite interesting. As Claw points to the fire. The fire! Every time his father sees him, he has a new random thing floating around him. I just realized this.
As she's talking, there is the tall, spindly man next to her. He is a Dorai. He is going to cough and say, "Aren't you going to introduce me?" She's going to say, "Oh, quiet, nobles are talking." He's going to say, "I am noble, Lord Inlo." She's going to respond and say, "To be noble, you have to own land." He's going to say, "I own the keep." "No, I do believe you are the caretaker of it, and it belongs to the Naked Alliance." He's going to say, "But if you want to station anyone in it, you have to come through me."
Actually,
Lord
sounds like I have to
Inlo.
come through at
He
least
steps forward and
six
puts his
vengeful
hand.
spirits.
You really?
He's going to
Anyways,
say,
I'll take his
man.
hand.
"Oh
Adore
no,
King
you're not more people angry. Look, I didn't
Actually-
know that thing was down there. You can't be mad at me. How did your knight wasn't supposed to let anybody in? You said this place was
That
safe
is
for
my-
me."
Yeah, well,
Steve?
anyways, we have Lord Esterai's son, and I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not
we're
a
not
theater.
mad at
I'm not
you
a
if
theater
any-
person. I
I'm
need
gonna-
I need a weapon, a shining white weapon that belonged to Father Alexander Anderson, and it's apparently in your terror theater.
Oh, theater's cursed. Can't go in there.
Yeah, that's not going to stop them. Trust me, I tried.
He's gonna say, "Well, if you retrieve anything out of there, I'd be happy to pay you for it."
Yeah, no, we're keeping it.
And he's going to say, "Oh yeah, of course you can keep it, but maybe you could retrieve a few of my things. I've put quite a healthy investment inside recreating that ballroom."
Healthy is
What?
definitely the word I would use for given the stories I've heard.
Daphne is going to have her jaw drop and says, "You are unbelievable. You're going to get them killed." He's going to say, "Nah, they're willing, right?" I mean, of course,
We
you
just
signed a
want the
contract.
sword.
What are we?
I mean,
what are we agreeing to?
We are
Also-
retrieving the sword, and then we are getting out of there.
yeah.
What
like, come
I'm
on.
what exactly happened inside of there as far as you know?
Yeah, you said
and
there was
what-
a thing and that you didn't know the thing was in there. What's the thing?
A giant creature made of wood and bones.
Yeah.
Souls all trapped in the middle.
Souls all trapped in the middle.
He's, you know what? He's gonna say, "Oh, I was very interested in the mysteries, the lore, and the stories surrounding Lady Nakart. She was a part of a circle that explored magical knowledge and secrets in ways that haven't been explored before, even as an exile of it. I found a seed downstairs, deep over her husband's grave. As far as I knew, it was dormant. I don't know where it came from or what it was. But I took it out and put it on display. When the mist came," he shakes his head, "it went crazy, grew, attacked everything, killed nearly everyone. Had to shut the whole place down."
So if
So you
So what-
found a strange magical seed hovering above the grave of the.
No, it
long-
wasn't hovering. It was in a case.
That actually almost makes it worse. So, you found a magical
Uh-huh.
seed in a case, contained around on the grave of the deceased Lord Nakart, and you just put it on display.
Well, you know, when you're making an attraction like this, it's the mystery that really draws people to it. Exploring every facet of the identity of Lady Lethalia Nakart, the
Oh my
noble
gosh, you are
who
the most Ardorian man I've ever listened to.
The noble who duped us all.
I'm pretty sure he is too Ardorian. for
It's just, it
Ardorian.
hurts
so,
me.
I'm going to state this. I'm glad that my father's here.
Just,
If you let us inside of the building, we may or may not be able to deal with that thing. But I can't make any of those promises for all of them. But I'll at least give it a good effort.
He's gonna
Take
say,
a-
"Oh, it'll kill you, but if you can get a little bit of my stuff out in the process, I'd be so grateful." And what little of you
Cool.
do get away with your lives, you'll be rich. That's a good deal for everyone.
well, it's not a good deal for me. I kind of like living.
All right.
English man is
And-
I know,
This is a job for your
I'm
uncle?
young. I have potential.
No,
a girlfriend.
well,
you know,
actually, my uncle
lot
and
more
my
going
dad
on than
there,
you.
Which, by the way, hold on. I'm going to go deal with this thing, and I'm going to ask my dad for advice on this thing because, God's be damned it to the bridge. This is going to be this is stupid, considering there was a freaking undead hunter inside of this stupid manor, and nobody's utilizing him as Claw leaves the room.
he just realized that while his dad might be like the most actually qualified to handle something that's made out of a twisted combination of bone and wood, that like it's a demented aberration made out of bone and wood, and like I don't know, maybe two wrongs don't make a right, you know? I'm just
I'm just gonna put my hands
also,
in the air.
I'm sorry.
Don't look at me. I don't get
I'm
involved
a
in this.
Sun Yith member. Why does nobody look at my qualifications?
I'm just following Claw.
I'm
We'll
I'm
sit our
way
rant.
more than a pretty face.
Really?
Zeke.
That's all I see so
Zeke
far
is
is
gonna
pretty
say, I know, and I agree, and that's why you should definitely take this contract to go in there, hunt that thing, and get my stuff back.
Yeah,
there
politely
are
and promptly
several-
remove your lips from my ass.
there are several items of great importance to me. I could make a map for you if you'd like.
Yeah, you know what? Give me the map. You know, whatever.
The genius is strong.
Daphne, let's see, how does she feel about all of this? She's going to say, I can't let you all go in there. At least allow me to send an escort with you.
That escort's gonna die.
I mean, you haven't been with us in a while. Like we're quite capable, actually.
Also, again, that theoretically, like if this is all is true and dire as it's being stated, any escort you send will die. So that feel morally opposed to that.
Daphne's gonna thin her expression and say, "Yeah, but I'd rather guards and servants give their lives than my friends."
I appreciate that, but those are people and they have families. I mean, we're people and we have families, but we also have agency.
She's gonna nod and say, "Okay, whatever you say.
I don't agree with
Don't
that
mind me.
either.
I won't interfere at all." She's
and
going
if,
to step out of the room.
If we're writing up a contract, given all of the stuff in there and the hazard pay that's probably going to be involved.
What's hazard pay?
Hazard pay, you don't. In a Lil Nagai, we actually pay people.
This
for
is our
doing
door.
really dangerous things.
We have hazard pay. Please ignore him.
Hazard with the
I don't know,
hazard
you don't live here,
pay,
you don't know.
the short notice. I'm thinking that you're gonna need to add a clause in there. Oh, what do I want? What do I want? Ah, yes, you to just kind of back off and remove most of your claim to the property, and transfer that over to my friend Daphne here.
He's going to say, "Oh yeah, I can't use the place anymore anyways. Deal."
Cool.
Can't believe that actually just worked.
Rob, stop getting into my mind, please.
There's several items of importance that I'd like retrieved. If you get those, you've got it. You've got a. I'll make sure what you want's included in the contract. At which point, he will get to work on this. That's gonna be about the time. I guess we can do the contract here and just kind of fast forward through it.
Claw left the room when I said I'm leaving the room to go get his dad to ask him what the fuck is inside the manor right now.
Okay, do you want to handle that tonight or next session? We can handle that tonight.
I think that'd be good for us to know.
Yeah. Just give me 1 second with what's his face?
No
with
problem.
Zeke. Stradora. So you can retrieve whatever you want from this place. However, Zeke personally tracked down and invested in the original degree from the school that Lethelia Nakart went to over 100 years ago. It is a historic legacy of it is a degree from the is a historic legacy degree from the Royal Academy that used to exist in Ardor.
Ah, damn it.
Her personal heart, her oath blade from her first marriage, and he also wants her personal journal that he had on display there.
Oh shit, he has the oath blade Draylin gave her?
No, Draylin was yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Those
This guy's a piece of shit, but I gotta give him credit for what he can get a hold of.
Yeah, if you can get those 4 things for him, and whatever you take from the whatever you take, you are welcome to keep. He'll transfer ownership of the cursed property to Daphne. At which point, Claw, you are going to go looking for your dad. He is in meditation at this time. You can see he's on the, I'll put him on the second floor of this manor, looking out over the city. As you step in, he'll hear you and Kenneth and stand and turn and say, "Get what you need from Zeke."
Basically, I want, as you probably know just as well as everybody else here from, well, what you've been hearing. I'm sure you're not surprised of what the hell I'm coming in here for. What the fuck is inside that manor?
He's going to say, "I've heard stories of what happened, but I didn't see it with my own eyes, and my job from the magnate is to remain here. As far as I can tell, it's some creature from another realm, and habited and drawn to souls. I'd say the bridge is my first guess, but he shakes his head. Says some twisted amalgamation, either from the Walkwater Wilds or the Shadowfell.
Basically bring in Radiant, as usual. Bludgeoning, probably?
He's, no, you know what? He'll think on it for a second and say, as far as I can tell, they thought it was some type of treant. Tried to set it on fire, did nothing. The few people that have come bothering Zeke look like they've had half their life sucked out of them. I doubt it's vampiric in nature. If nobody's been inside of that keep, it probably would just die from wasting away. It hasn't come out to attack anybody or to feed on anything.
That's good to know. I'm sorry, Dad, but legitimately you being who you are, but I'm sorry, but as much as you see things, there's been a few things that you seem to miss. Felt like you should know that.
He's going to say, "And what exactly have I missed?"
How the common folk view you. Not just people that idolize you as a hero, but how people view you now around the city and around the village. And how people view your family when you're not around. Or when Mom's not around.
He's going to shake his head and say, "Look, we're the monsters on the edge of this, on the edge of the capital. We can try our best to hide, or we can try our best to fight. Or we can try our best to serve. But whatever it comes down to, eventually the wind shifts, and it blows against us. When that happens, I just care about the people I'm protecting. I've known the magnate for years. And when the wind shifts, she doesn't shift with it. I put my hopes on her, not what everybody else thinks of us. I wouldn't bother wasting your time. This country can be bullheaded at times."
I know. I know that, Dad. But here's one other thing piece of wisdom that you also taught me. I would rather stand by the side of people and fight for people that share the same beliefs as I do, than those who share different beliefs but are currently fighting against the same enemy. Maybe sometimes people understanding that we're not monsters might be able to be a better way for us to not wear these masks. But I digress.
He's going to look you straight in the eye and say it's some of Ardor's greatest heroes have been monsters. Don't forget that.
I know.
Surely he
As-
does not mean the great father, right?
As my mom also told me, and I don't know if you overheard that part, because this was around when you were visiting the Magnate, everyone's a monster. It's just a matter of whether or not they have to show it physically. Now it's time for me to go hunt one monster that's guarding the thing that we need to save this world. Wish me luck, Dad. And I'm glad that you didn't. And I finally got to cast a spell by myself, without the help of you or any of the uncles.
He's going to smile a little bit. And say, you be careful in there. I know some of Ardor's greatest will be watching over you.
Thanks, Dad. I hope my pet can handle them. If not, well, at least Fang will tell you what's going on. I hope that I'm getting their blessing.
He's gonna shake his head and say, if things get too heavy, others trained in combat were able to get out of there. So there's no shame in fleeing from a fight too big for you.
You know me, Dad. Neither of us would back down from a fight, even if we're on our last breath. You just become more annoying.
He's gonna smile, pat your shoulder, and sit back and look outside the window. How about we end there for the night?
Sure.
All right.
We can go all night long. We can go do the dungeon tonight.
No. I got work.
The whole dungeon.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys have a contract from Zeke. If you retrieve a certain few items for him, he will be very appreciative for you guys. I just love that, Daphne. You can't go in there and it's like, oh no, this is great. You guys should get this and this and this while you're in there getting whatever you need. It's
Yeah.
like, we're keeping that. It's like, keep it. What am I gonna? I can't go in there now. There's a little crazy monster killing everything.
Sure, I'll transfer the feed over.
Oh, I'm glad that Ramon actually joined Claw for that, because oh god, that's been a moment that I've been wanting for Claw for a while.
All right. Let's do EXP. Let's see. We got Claw's personal story. The parties advanced the plot for Somar Villa and acquiring this piece of metal. Did anything else happen tonight? I don't think so.
Introduced to Singe.
We got a new party member.
I was
I love how
about to
you're
drop
like,
a
"We're
drink
just
in
gonna-"
my hand onto my lap, like just from that. Like, excuse me.
Yes.
You got someone?
I'm gonna say 1,200 experience for tonight.
Now we level up, right?
I don't know. Fucking do the math, homie.
I don't know.
I don't know. I lost track.
I'll look
I
look
just
throughout
you
this
guys.
week and I'll message you before your next session. I have no idea.
don't know.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
How much XP do we need for the next level?
We need about 10k more.
Okay, no, we're at 91,000.
Okay.
I stopped keeping track a long time ago.
Your
I
guys'
just go off.
next session will be on the 12th of March, and then that's when we'll start dissecting this session. I will see everybody then. Have a great evening, and if anybody's watching the broadcast, you are welcome to come hang out with us. Peace.